Read the sacred inscription, pull the sword from the stone, and become king of all Britain, because Two is coming at you with our Season 2 finale, Slamalot, from Cardiff, Wales. Every championship in Titan Wrestling Online will be defended tonight. Violent rivalries will come to a head, and the way things have been going this season, we may witness a murder tonight. I'm Deuce Silverado alongside Carl Featherbottom. And Carl, what would you do if a woman walked out of a lake and bestowed you with possibly enchanted cutlery?
I would use that, my friend, to impress my buddy Carl. Deuce, I'm Carl. You're Deuce.
Yes, right. You're Carl. I'm Deuce. And that accent is fantastic. You've been blending in all week. Let's get to it.
Thank you. Righty-ho. Pip, pip, pass the bacon.
It's right over here.
Oh.
Keeper's up there. Amnesia Steve has forgotten what to do.
The keeper has won. Deuce, I am losing my mind. He could have been a contender for champion's belt, but he got the belt of Damocles.
Puny human known as Earl. It is I, Mantaur. I've decided to compete for the belt of Damocles, and once I have its power, I shall use it to change you into something more appropriate. You are my nemesis, my opposite. So I will make you truly my opposite by turning you into a creature that is the top half of a horse and the bottom half of a centaur.
And now, along with Mantaur, one of the momentum-building pursuers of the Belt of Damocles. He knows something about it, and he wants it.
What happens if that belt falls into the hands of a capable wizard?
Hey folks, it's the Keeper. Wonder why I'm all dressed up? Just came back from depositing some funds into the charity. That's right, the Big Kick Energy Youth Sports Foundation charity. Coming up next week, we're having another match. It's a three-way. And this one is for the Belt of Damocles. Now, I own that belt right now, and I'd like to keep it, but even more important, I don't want those other two guys to get it. One of them, that crazy wizard, has plans to do the same kind of thing if he gets that belt that Loki did in the Avengers. Just what we need, a bunch of crazy iron-clad creatures coming from another dimension. So please help me fire up my energy so that he doesn't win. And that other guy, the Mantaur, he's got something going on with a bunch of squirrels who inhabit some other buddy's body. Man, we definitely don't need to have some guy walking around saying, Detons, don't touch our nuts. Man, we don't need either one of those guys doing the thing. So watch us and hope that I win, because I certainly do. And remember, we're always looking for donations on the charity. Hope to see you at the ringside.
Thank you for calling Titan Wrestling Online. Don't listen to Arby's. We have the meat. For information on our community outreach efforts, press 1. For number 7 with extra hots, press 2. For lo-fi hip-hop radio, beats to relax or study to, press 3. For any other concerns, please leave a message at the tone. Thank you, and ooh, I compare you to a kiss from a clothes on the gray.
Hi, my name is Earl Wobbsman. I am calling not in regards to Jason Durham, a.k.a. Mantaur, but in response to Jason Durham, a.k.a. Mantaur. A few weeks ago, I was at the payphone down by Jasper's Live Bait and Charcuterie Depot, checking my voicemail since my actual phone is still lost under a pile of unsolicited beast mode themed toys and knickknacks. Thank you very much. And I got a rather troubling message from Jason threatening me with the bells of them old keys or something. I don't know. That boy talks funny to my ears. Anyway, the meat of the threat was that if he won his match at whatever party y'all throwing, I would be turned into a half top, half horse, and a half bottom, half centaur, which according to my animal math is just a plain old horse. Normally I wouldn't pay such threats no mind, but historically I don't mess with anything magic or magic adjacent. I don't go to kids' birthday parties. I don't pick a card, any card. And I like knowing where my rabbits are at all times and where the heck they came from. There's a whole backstory to that, but the short version is that me and the missus took a trip to the wizarding world of Harry Potter and yada, yada, yada. I got beat up by Snape because he didn't like how I pronounced Alan Rickman's. But as they say, water is over the bridge, so I don't dare cross that bridge for fear of getting wet. No, thank you. I'll stay on this side of the river where magic don't touch me and I remain not a horse. So please give me a call. I'd love to resolve this by getting that boy away from any magic bells, wands, spoons, and reassemble his brain back to the state it used to be before he got too friendly with his neighbor's horse. All right, you have a blessed day now. Bye-bye.
You know, back in my old realm, and in the realm beyond time and magic, I learned a lot about winning, and a lot about losing. I did both. A bunch. When I came here, for the gods know what reason, I was lost. In your ways, in your culture. And then I did a little bit more losing. And a very small amount of winning. But, here we are. Hell, I've had to plant and harvest my own witch's wort. There isn't an apothecary in sight around here. Do you know how hard it is to find witch's wort without a good apothecary? It's one of the basic plants! But now, I digress. After having learned so much of your ways, becoming ingrained and enriched by your culture and your ways, figuring out how to be cool, man. Now I find out that you're telling me there have been kings and queens and magic and shit this whole time? Just the entire time. While I was sitting here in America trying cheeseburgers and learning about bald eagles and freedom and trying to adapt to this new world, that all the while there was a tiny little nightmarish island across the ocean called Great Britain, and a subsection of that island called Wales, a nation of ancient magic and kings? You're telling me that there's an ancient, mythical leader of this place, and he has a long-dead and very famous wizard companion named Merlin? Why did no one tell me that shit? That's trifling with a wizard. Not telling him information he'd like to know is trifling with a wizard. Well, the time has come. The time for me to go to this Wales. And in that ancient land, surrounded by the ancient magic and the spirits of the myths therein, I shall finally unseat this keeper. I've done a little scrying. I've heard what he has to say about me. And at first, I didn't understand it. So then I went and I watched this Avengers, and now I understand how gravely I've been insulted. First, this keeper abuses the power that he has for his own gain and not the good of the realm. And now he casts aspersions on me, on my character? Alzakar the first of his name, the defender of the Gong of Malbrand, striker twice of the brow of the great Maldraxes? Well, let me tell you something, keeper. Alzakar the wizard, etc., would never open a portal above that shining, beautiful, dark metropolis you all call Manhattan, and I would never allow any aliens or spirits to flow into it so that I could control the world, and certainly not these Chitauri, who so clearly are in service to some other guy called Thanos. I didn't finish the movies, but what I will say is this. Me and the Mantaur are coming for that belt. I don't know what he wants with it, but I know that anyone would be better suited to having it than you, Keeper. Take this as both your yellow and red cards. I'm coming for you. I will get that belt, and this realm will be safer, not just for me having it, but for it being out of your hands. I will teach you not to trifle with a wizard. The only portal I'm opening up is a portal to a massive smackdown for you, Keeper. I'm coming for you. Can't believe I learned what soccer was for this.
What power is held in the belt of Damocles? These three competitors think they know and they want it for themselves, Carl.
Deuce! I am thrilled to be here in Cardiff, Wales with you, and what a wonderful place to focus on a mystical weapon.
Do we think it's a weapon? Well, one person who does think that it has mystical powers and wants them for himself is this man, Alzakar, the first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Mazalco, the Piping of the Morning, the Sword of Madraga Pass, Orc Fiend, the Grim Teacher, Wielder of the Oaken Staff of Dandragador, etc., etc.
Beautifully recited, as always, Deuce.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, and I would say that more or less it's a weapon, because it's, it's been wielded by its current champion, the Keeper, to keep himself out of further punishment. Maybe more of a shield for him, but any shield can be a weapon if you smash somebody in the face with it.
Oh, there you go. That's true. The Keeper has been shielded from FIFA allegations and fines and actions against him as he competes here in Two. But Alzakar, first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Mazalco, the Piping of the Morning, the Sword of Madraga Pass, Orc Fiend, the Grim Teacher, Wielder of the Oaken Staff of Dandragador, etc., etc., feels as though this contains a power that only he should wield.
Yeah, he is our most wizardy wizard. So if he's right, then he's right. Mantaur coming in. He's got his own desires for the belt of Damocles. Are they known? No, because the man thinks he's half centaur, and so he doesn't communicate like a man.
Well, he has actually informed us. I've done a little bit of broadcast journalism of my own here, Carl, and I know for a fact that Mantaur wishes to flip his enchantment and give him the top half of a human and the bottom half of a centaur, rather than the bottom half of a human and the top half of a centaur. But we all know that he's actually 100% human anyway, so will the belt be able to grant him this power?
Exciting to see, because if he gets it, he might do more kicking. That's the main change I could anticipate seeing. I really love my accent, though.
A lot of horse-based offense. He is, of course, part of Beast Mode, so he is in an alliance with one former frog and two bears. So having a horse's bottom would not be that weird, I don't think, for the other members of Two to have to contend with.
No, certainly wouldn't. We have quite a big share of animal and animal-adjacent creatures that bestow their abilities upon this ring. Deuce, it's a lot of hard work holding up an accent, but it's been so helpful to us on this trip.
It really has. You have been Mr. Local. Everywhere we've gone, people have been 100% talking to you as if you've been in Wales your entire life.
That's right, I've been getting us deals on our tea, on our crumpets, on our bangers, on our mash, and my man who's known a lot about that is right here.
The Keeper, the current holder of the belt of Damocles. Will he be the champion much longer tonight, Carl?
He will be the champion for as long as this match goes at minimum. And judging by how our last season finale, which was the Halloween, that went very long. All the matches went very long.
It's true, and we maybe, these are several of the toughest competitors in Two. in an Extreme Rules match, which ironically means there are no rules in this match.
The rules of Extreme Rules are kind of my favorite rules because it's like, the one rule of Vegas is that you don't tell anybody about the stuff that happens in Vegas.
Can you do a Vegas accent if we have to do a show in Vegas?
I'll have to go to Vegas accent camp, but I'm willing to.
Well, I'm willing to sponsor you on your trip. There it is, the Belt of Damocles.
Whoa,
Wales
what a mystical
is ready
power. Whoa!
for a triple threat action.
Yeah, the Belt of Damocles on the line. It's mystical power weighing over all, and the keeper just watching the other wrestlers fight like a experienced champ.
Yeah, pretty solid strategy. However, he still gets caught by Alcazar.
The Brimbaxicor.
Alzakar, first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Mazalco, the Piping of the Morning, the Sword of Badraga Pass, Orc Fiend, the Grim Teacher, Wielder of the Oaken Staff of Dread Dragonor, etc., etc.
I'll be very excited to see if he does win, how he will incorporate the Belt of Damocles into his titles.
Oh, well, it's still a long way to go, and right now it looks like the Keeper, although they're Keeper and Alcazar just staring at each other over the top of a downed Mantaur.
Yeah, and very, very hard on Mantaur. He's the first to fall onto the hard-tiled stained glass floor that we've got here. It's very hard. It's even harder than the hardest part of the floor.
We've extra hard floors for the season finales. That's how we do it here at TWO.
That's Slamalot.
Slamalot.
The slam not a little.
And now the Keeper right in with the slam. I didn't even see that he had carried that in. Just stealthily carrying a whole sledgehammer into the ring. Everything's legal though, Carl, so this powerbomb is just what he deserved. No, fighting out of the powerbomb from Mantaur. And then missing. Absolutely missing everything on the forearm.
From the man who came into this match to defend his belt and defend his ability to stay off of FIFA's naughty list.
And just driving the sledgehammer into the back of Brimbaxicor, first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty was all called the Piping of the Morning, the House Ornament, Dragon Fast, Orc Fiend, the Grim Teacher, Wielder of the Oaken Staff of Dread Dragonor, etc., etc.
Absolutely. And you spoke that long enough for the Wizard to come back. We could just call him the Wizard, and then you don't get stuck in that trap.
We could just call him Alcazar for short. I do respect all of the titles that this magical man has, but right now he is trapped in the corner, and the Keeper may have bailed him out with that clothesline to the back of the head. However, giving him one, but now going right back to work on Mantaur, giving Alcazar a chance to recover in the corner.
Absolutely an even match right now among these three vicious maulers of wrestlers. It's tough to say who's got the advantage.
We've recently seen Mantaur, who almost single-handedly won a triple threat, a 3-on-3 match on our last episode. We got to cover.
He did, but he could lose right now.
He could. We almost didn't even figure into the finish of this match, writhing in pain on the outside. Huge clothesline from Brimbaxicor.
Yeah, and the Keeper right now absolutely taking a back seat to the Wizard. Alcazar going up on the turnbuckle. Mantaur back in the mix.
Nope. Once again, Mantaur now just deciding to deadlift and German suplex to the Keeper, and right behind him again. And this time, Alcazar hits the springboard dropkick, and he is firmly in control, looking at those magic hands, wondering what they will look like holding the Belt of Damocles.
Oh, who do you think will look the hottest with it?
It depends. Are you a body hair guy? Are you a facial hair guy? Are you an athlete? Speaking of athletes, there's a baseball bat in the hand of the Keeper, just wailing in the small of the back, and with a flourish of a twirl to go with it.
Kind of like a policeman's, their stick, whatever they call them.
looks like Alcazar has absorbed all of that punishment, and now the sledgehammer, but no, the forearm. The forearm from the keeper doing a lot more damage than he did with that baseball bat. Is that a loaded forearm? Is that a forearm with the power of the belt of Damocles infused into it? Carl, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't either, but what I do know how to believe is how bad each of these wrestlers wants the belt of Damocles. You can see it in their faces and in their wrestling. They are not holding any bars right now. None of them are holding back at all with their holds bars.
Those bars are not being held one bit. What is being held is that sledgehammer. It has been wielded quite frequently and quite effectively by all three of these competitors so far.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel, a big fan of this match. He wants to be the sledgehammer.
We got 1, 2, give me steam! The Vycyous has kicked out!
We have a very, very close match now. And the sledgehammer figuring in big time. Brought out by the keeper, wielded by all.
And once
And
again
it's
now,
floating through the air on its way to the ground.
and Alcazar snake eyes into the corner.
Alcazar has had quite a run in this season 2 of TWO, coming in as a relative unknown from perhaps even other mystical realms, fighting in TWO and fighting well, I should say.
But the keeper, another German suplex, splitting the back open almost. But once again, Alcazar back to his feet, takes the missile dropkick and falls. Finally, it's so hard to keep this wizard down.
Not
And the keeper may have
best
done just as much
dropkick
damage to
I've seen.
himself. And now Mantaur going to town with a baseball bat.
Using his horse half, or what he believes to be his horse half, to wield a human sports implement.
And he is looking under the ring for some. Nope, he's climbing back up to the top. That's
No, he's just
the complete opposite of
pasting.
going under the ring. Dropping the knee into the gut of Alcazar.
And Mantaur
Is he gonna make
right
a cover?
now, the
He-
only man standing.
Alcazar able to bail, can't make the cover there, so he's going to go to work on the keeper. Big chop, rolling him up.
This could be
No,
it.
putting him down.
Mantaur seeing his opportunity and grabbing it with his man claws. Oh, Jacoby!
Jacoby in the way. Jacoby in the way a second time. The
It's
keeper
okay.
using Jacoby as a weapon and dropping Mantaur down on that ladder.
If Jacoby does get injured, it's okay. We are part of the national healthcare system while we're on Welsh turf.
That's
so we
right.
will have
12
free
is brought to
healthcare
you
for
by
all.
the NHS. The NHS. Why
What?
can't everybody do something like this?
That's their slogan.
That is it.
They're mainly focused on trying to market what they do to other countries.
It's very strange.
I mean, at this point, they don't really have to sell themselves hard to the British populace.
Once again, now the sledgehammer. Oh, the shovel has
brought
emerged,
all
but
the
there's
way
a cover.
over.
1, 2, and the keeper had to give up that shovel to break up the count and save the match for himself and for Mantaur.
And neither Alzakar are very happy with that. Countering out!
Taking the knee out of the soccer player, but missing the drop kick to finish the job. And now the keeper right back, neck breaker.
As a impersonator of the local accent, I've taken in a whole half of a match of football, as they say, over here, and I've learned that the knee is very important in that game.
That's true. It's very well scouted.
Thank you. Yeah, they use it to connect their foot to the rest of their body, and they use their foot to kick it.
Well, there you go. The foot bone connected to the knee bone, the foot bone connected to the soccer ball, and this time, the count broken up by Mantaur running into Jacoby. These two have got a real rivalry going on all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's getting very fierce in there. Lots and lots of tools coming out from underneath this. Oh! A knee to the keeper's face, and all
And
that wizardry, that dark and
He
evil
just hit
wizardry.
the acid spit. That's 1, 2. No! Mantaur may not be able to see, may not remember he is in Cardiff, but he did remember to kick out from the acid spit, and now the Alcazar having the hardest time connecting that sledgehammer to any part of the keeper's
It's
body.
so hard to do.
I don't know that I could ruined by his own mist.
It's like he's blocking with his own hand. Anyway, I'm gonna be thinking about those missed sledgehammer hits for a long, long time.
He does it, the diving save from the top rope to the outside. Alcazar in big trouble. Mantaur joining the keeper in the ring. The keeper has a chair. No, he does not anymore. Mantaur rolling him up, scooping him up, and planting him.
Ow, right onto the ladder. What a sequence of moves, and Alcazar trying again with the sledgehammer. What a fool!
And taking, now, is he gonna get, he got Alcazar up and down!
Oh, and slamming his back into that cursed sledgehammer.
And he's going for
here he goes. It's coming.
He's hit no, he did not hit Equus.
He missed the Equus. The keeper coming in to a world of pain. A world of animalistic or animal-adjacent pain.
Elbowing his way out of that, only to get speared by Alcazar. Broken up.
Immediately broken up. We've got what's known in England as a cluster shag.
Is that what they really?
That's what I said it, and at a pub, and everyone looked at me like it was a very normal thing. They just stared at me in silence, which is the local tradition.
Yeah, we did see a lot of staring in silence as we walked around. Oh, the basement dropkick may have saved the insides of Mantaur, but he is taking a powder. Oh, the keeper going low to prevent the chair shot.
Yeah, with some dirty football tactics. Red card, I say.
He got 1, 2, kick out somehow. The magical jewels, even after being assaulted.
They probably are mystical and magical jewels. Oh, the keeper losing his grip on the chair and messing up his move as a result.
Are we seeing a curse associated with the belt of Damocles? Carl!
It's possible. Damocles is Greek, and I have not done any study on what that really means. But I know it's powerful. I just can tell. Mantaur knows. Alzakar knows. Keeper knows. They want
Mantaur's now setting up Alcazar.
Right in the middle of the ring. No rope breaks.
Yep. Oh, caught by the keeper.
Another cluster
Giving
shag.
Alcazar a chance. No. It's hard to. Everybody wants a piece of everybody, and no one's getting anything.
Yeah, but thank goodness Jacoby's staying out of the fray for the moment.
For the moment. Reverse DDT, slam down.
Alzakar dodge.
Mantaur's got an opening. Huge chops to the wizard, but caught by the keeper and shoved into the corner.
There's about to be a keeper sandwich.
Ooh.
Oh, the Mantaur right in the nick of time. Breaking. Picking up a big head.
There's a huge Equus. We've got 1, 2.
Is it?
No! The keeper.
The keeper.
Playing to the crowd, almost as if he knew that was not going to work.
The keeper confident. Could this hubris be his downfall? Maybe not.
White noise connects, and the keeper's going up to the top rope. Misses the splash. Did he get? He got some of the splash.
He's kind of. I don't know. Kind of. I gotta get my accent back.
Outside yelling it under the ring. He's got some words for the actual devil for literal Christian hell. And we've got 1, 2.
Mantaur getting up. Oh! Keeper kicking out, defending his belt at least for seconds longer.
Another
Punching
low blow
nuts
from the keeper. But reversed into a bulldog. But then Mantaur with a huge, quick, fast flying crossbody. Now lining up both competitors with the sledgehammer.
Whoa. What an opening match for us.
And now gesturing that he wants to do the same, but Alcazar able to get the sledgehammer out of his hand and plant the knee right in the chest of Mantaur.
Deuce, I am beside myself. I am
You're beside me. I'm Carl. You're
I'm
Carl!
beside you, but I'm also metaphorically beside myself. This Slamalot is opening with a panache and a fury unseen before in the likes of 12.
And there, now the keeper, ready to ramp up the violence again, clearing out the outside table. What does he have in mind? Right now, Mantaur, another bomb.
And what does the keeper have in mind? He's got blood on the mind because it's pouring out of his face and in through his eyes right to the mind.
But he was able to get that flying clothesline, taunting Mantaur now. I don't know if that's the smartest thing.
Turning his
Mantaur.
back. I'm telling you, the arrogance of the keeper shall be his undoing.
Olympic slammed on the outside, right onto the hardest part of the hardest floor.
And the hardest part of the British Isles, Wales.
And now, just Mantaur being sent away so that the keeper, or so that Alcazar can focus on the keeper.
But Alzakar wants him to come back out.
He's
saying, come back out.
Just almost daring him, and now the keeper, that may have been a bad dare to make. As Mantaur heads back into the ring, finds the sledgehammer, and now he wants everybody in the ring. Nobody wants to be in the same place.
And once again, the only rule here is that there are no rules, so Mantaur doesn't need them in the ring to win.
That's true. And he's gone out to them, and he's gone out to them with the sledgehammer.
He's
Alcazar
trying to break our floor.
trying to get paid from that. Oh, a knee! That knee that was so important earlier, now to the face of Mantaur.
I was watching the keeper train his knees before this finale. He was juggling a football ball
Did you
with his
see
knees.
all of that wizard going all the way through the rope and into Mantaur? It's amazing he's still got his insides intact.
He is a powerful being. Summoning almost into the ring. That's one man who knows how to hammer a sledge.
He is hammering that sledge so well, and now, once again, now the keeper, sort of a home field advantage for him, being here in Cardiff. Is that why he keeps gesturing to the crowd, trying to play up the hometown?
I think there's actually a dame in the crowd that he likes to hook up with, and he's specifically motioning to her.
Now, dame in this sense, is a title?
No.
You're using the broad sense of the word.
But that term is out of fashion.
So many things are, but
can't
not
call
drop
them
kicks to
broads
the knee.
anymore.
The keeper climbing to the top rope. Are we going to see the header? No, he missed.
His
The knees are in trouble.
The knees are in dire straits.
Uranagi connects from the Mantaur. German suplex connects from the keeper.
Oh, that's a move he learned in the Bundesliga.
What does he want to do now?
It's he's telling everyone, go in all the directions.
He's trying to direct everyone to the exits. He thinks this match is over. He forgot it's only the first match of Slamalot. We've got a
They paid
one,
many dollars.
2, 3. We've got a new champion.
Alzakar the
belt of
Wizard.
Damocles now belongs to the magical cabinet of Alzakar the first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Mazalco, the Piping of the Morning, the Sword of Madraga Pass, Orc Fiend, Grim Teacher, the wielder of the Oaken Staff of Nandragador, the champion and protector of the Belt of Damocles, etc., etc.
Alzakar, the most powerful wizard in this realm that we know of, now holds either the most powerful or the most dangerous belt. Possibly a weapon, possibly a shield, possibly a yoke around his neck. I can't wait to see in Season 3 of 12 what the Belt of Damocles holds from Alzakar.
And if there's anyone who knows what secrets it holds and what power it wields, it's this man. Is TWO in trouble? Has this man just made himself, by default, the toughest member of 12?
He is on the list. He could be the toughest wrestler in 12, and he's the loudest screamer.
I can scream pretty loud.
What can you scream about?
The savings! damage. 1, 2.
Is this it? 3! Funtimestein did it! He is our employee of the month!
Another party! Why not? We saw
Let's go.
multiple top rope
Let's go.
splashes. Party time! The Amazing Funtimestein retains the Employee of the Month championship. Wait, that's been the Intern.
Why is he here?
Oh my god!
Wants that belt. Just leveling Funtimestein with the Employee of the Month championship.
Guess what, Funtimestein? You better get used to looking up at the pretty lights, my boy, because you're looking at the future and the only Employee of the Month that TWO is ever gonna need.
That's Den the Intern and the Amazing Funtimestein fighting backstage.
Oh my gosh, Funtimestein, run for cover. Den has killed people back here.
Is Funtimestein going to make it to Cardiff, Wales?
And these two have been going at it over this Employee of the Month belt. And Funtimestein does not want Den to live to see Slamalot to fight him for it.
And oh no, that's the same spotlight that Den the Intern killed Werner Herzog in.
Hello, Funtimers. It's your man here, the Amazing Funtimestein. Just chilling out here in the timeshare, the hot tub and jacuzzi at the private practice interns timeshare, which I get to enjoy thanks to my Employee of the Month title. How do you like that, foot face? Yeah, that's how I feel as well. And I don't want to leave here. I don't want to leave here. Well, we're not gonna leave here. Good. But isn't Den the Intern trying to take the Employee of the Month title? That's right, Footface. Den the Intern is trying to take the Employee of the Month title. That doesn't mean Den the Intern's going to get it, because Den the Intern is a shady, back-lot fighting, shovel-wielding, weapon-needing piece of absolute garbage. But I'm not going to take the things that Den the Intern needs away from him. That would be uncharitable of me. So, Den, I will meet you in the ring, no holds barred, for the Employee of the Month title at Slamalot. And Footface, I'm gonna be there too. So Den, you better bring your A game, but know that you're about to get. That's unkind, Footface. We are professionals. No, Den the Intern isn't a professional. He's unpaid, and you are a paid intern.
Fun times are almost over, Funtimestein. Yeah, but don't worry. You'll get this back before the match at the pay-per-view. And just to let you know, the fun times ahead. Been doing a little research on the old headset, learning from all the other Employees of the Month of history. Ben Habowitz at Chuck E. Cheese, who revolutionized the kosher pizza. JJ at Visual Concepts, and they were willing to do something that every good Employee of the Month should be willing to do. And that's sacrifice everything to get ahead. You see, this Employee of the Month award, this is everything to me. This is my way up the corporate ladder. And I'm willing to put it all on the line, Funtimestein, because you see, if I lose this match, you will never, ever see Den the Willing, Den the Intern, Den the anything ever again. That's what I'm willing to risk to be Employee of the Month, not just this month. Every month Funtimestein. That's what AuthorityCorp means to me. That's what being Employee of the Month should be about. I am Den, and I need Employee of the Month.
It's incredible, Carl, but both of these men are still alive and ready to compete for the Employee of the Month championship. Den the Intern, the Amazing Funtimestein, who you got?
I have to go with the fans on this one. They're going to win no matter what happens. These are two of the hardest working fighters in TWO and in their respective companies. And no matter what, we know that we're getting a heck of a match here at Slamalot.
Absolutely. Cardiff is on their feet, but not for this little twerp. Den the Intern, surprisingly alive after being thrown off of the Werner Herzog Memorial backstage area into a searchlight.
Yes, and also surprisingly alive after the beating that some local hooligans put on him. The fans here in Cardiff, Wales hate him even more than the fans back in Boston. It is really quite incredible when you think about it.
Well, when you sell out this deep, you get nothing but hatred wherever you go. But Den the Intern is willing to put it all on the line for AuthorityCorp anyway, for reasons that escape us all.
Yeah, it's been an absolute sad sight to see Den the Intern just going really, really dark this season. The darkness is overtaken him.
Violent. And we're talking about a man who we were first introduced to beating Werner Herzog to death, and he has only become more violent in his second season. Also getting in on the violence, though, amazingly, is the Amazing Funtimestein.
He gave the people what they wanted, but in so doing may have given up a piece of his soul when he threw Den the Intern all the way off of that, into that light. Amazing Funtimestein, the proud keeper of the Employee of the Month belt, healed by the experimental healthcare practices of Dr. Gene Mutation in the last week, ready to put in a good fight to defend his belt.
And he's added a stethoscope to his pre-match kit.
Yes, he's technically a medical professional, although he's not paid for it.
Hey, once again, a member of private practice.
That's right. His faction, one of two factions represented here tonight.
And once again, Den the Willing, representing AuthorityCorp. This is not the only AuthorityCorp taking on a private practice match we will see tonight, as later tonight, the big boss will take on Dr. Michael Romano, Cardiologist.
And Foot, Face, and Amazing Funtimestein holding up the belt that they have held now and defended successfully last month, won in the first season finale, and it's gonna be exciting to see if they're able to hold on to it against that absolute little shit, Den the Intern.
We have seen one champion who walked into the season with his belt lose. That's the keeper, no longer the champion of Damocles. Will we see a new Employee of the Month as well? We're about to find out now. And Funtimestein going right to... No, Den the Intern anticipating and countering, using that newly found aggression for Funtimestein against him. That's smart from Den the Intern.
Den the Intern, though small in stature and spry in leg, he is a cagey, scrappy wrestler. He may be a piece of shit, but you gotta admire some of his abilities.
The scrappiness is going right for the knee of Funtimestein and just dumping him to the outside. Den the Intern
right
not
onto
laying
the
off
harder
either, right to the outside, but that may have played right into the hands of Funtimestein, and it did.
And the people are cheering for their hard-working employee champion.
Does it confer any benefits to be Employee of the Month in the UK versus in the US?
I think you get the parking, reserved parking spot on the other side of the lot.
Oh, that makes total sense. And Funtimestein going right under the ring. Again, very violent and very vicious. He is looking for to do more than just defend his belt. He is looking to hurt Den the Intern even more than he did when he threw them into the spotlight.
Yeah, there is literally, as we've said before, no love lost between these two and between their factions. But Amazing Funtimestein has seen all of the nefarious moves put forth by Den the Intern and has fought back against them so hard. Den the Intern just desperate to prove his worth to AuthorityCorp, and Funtimestein has taken the brunt of that anger during this season.
And Den the Intern does. He seems to be low on the totem pole, if you will. Beneath, of course, the big boss, who is the boss, and then the ultimate manager, who is the manager, but also the ultimate manager teaming up with Tuber tonight to go after the tag team championships instead of Den the Intern.
That's right. And also, truly everyone in AuthorityCorp is above the Intern. That's kind of the deal.
It's true. But however, I feel like private practice does not have that sort of hierarchical structure.
If Den's able to win
very,
this,
flat
will
model.
he be asking for a promotion?
No, just one after Snake Eyes. Could not get the elevation because of his, diminished stature.
Yeah, it's a tough go when you're the shortest wrestler in TWO.
But he may be the most pugnacious wrestler in TWO, dropping the leg across the back of the skull, jamming the rope into Funtimestein's windpipe, and now, missing the moonsault.
Big miss. I was gonna say that I think with those. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Funtimestein could do it.
Too pugnacious. Too much energy, and Funtimestein's really going to have to turn this up if he wants to get this win. Dropping now, Den the Willing across the top rope.
Too much willpower from Den the Intern. He has not a lot else, but he just has an unshakable will to rise up those corporate ranks. Funtimestein, using his teeth. Just, again, the extra aggression and extra violence that Den the Intern has brought out of the normally affable Funtimestein. That's right, and normally kid-friendly. Cannibalism, not kid-friendly.
And this added aggression, will we see that also spill over? We got 1, 2, kick out, 2. Will we see that aggression also spill over when the big boss takes on Dr. Michael Romano, Cardiologist, later tonight?
Yeah, I don't see how it could not. When that darkness seeps in, it takes a lot of counseling to get it out.
AuthorityCorp and Private Practice have done everything they can to make tonight's matches extremely personal.
A deeply personal feud between the giant, rich,
I agree.
Evil corporation that
Carl
controls
we've lost Carl
most
and
of
his
our
accent.
world, and a hard-scrambled
now
small
Funtimestein
medical
has
practice.
a shovel.
The
Carl,
shovel,
are you
the
okay?
shovel is in the ring. Deuce. What's going to happen with that shovel?
So far, nothing. The shovel has been a non-factor this evening. It's come out once. No one got to use it. We've got to cover 1, 2, but we have seen Den the Intern wield that shovel expertly, but it looks like Funtimestein got it first, and Funtimestein just beating the spit right out of Den the Intern.
Literal spit coming out of his face.
Yeah, that was what
and
that
he
was.
says, "That's my shovel."
And he got a clothesline for his issue, and now the foot just going right into the throat of Den the Intern. And Funtimestein with a cheer
doing
now.
A foot in his face, not a foot face.
Maybe sending a message. And the message is foot face is coming with this foot in your face first.
Ooh, it's foreshadowing.
Love an alliteration. A literary reference is what I meant. There we go. Power slam. We've got
Love a power slam.
2. Kick out at 2.
Kick out at 2, but Funtimestein was only getting to 1 before. He's inching his way closer to a defense of the Employee of the Month belt.
He feels some momentum, and he's coming right off the rope.
Here it comes.
Oh, no.
Oh, it took too much time. It is a very, very slow developing move.
Unable to follow the bouncing ball, but able to connect with that drop kick, keeping the momentum, slamming the Intern's head down to the mat.
Getting an assist from Footface on that. Footface disappointed in his friend.
Just kicking the high ponytail right, and stomping it. Now that knot in the back of Den's head, that is getting pushed into his skull. That can't feel good.
No, but as a member of a cardiology practice, Funtimestein not concerned with Den's head health.
But he is concerned with the fact that he missed 2 chair shots and allowed Den to get back into this.
He's very concerned with that, and he should be very concerned about whatever Den's working on here, because it's not going well.
Huge bulldog from the top rope. Did his face get that shovel? We've got 1, 2, and a bleeding Funtimestein able to kick out.
Thank God Cardiff Wales has no laws restricting just free-flowing blood splattered all over the place.
Shovel is out. This shovel that was used to murder Werner Herzog. Finally, though, Funtimestein able to fight out of that. Side suplex. And taking that shovel for himself. Maybe even perhaps avenging Werner Herzog. I hear Funtimestein does love his films.
He absolutely, he has a Criterion Collection subscription, and he especially enjoys the very, very pretentious documentaries. Oh, they're going onto the table? No.
No, they're going into the stairs. Missing with the shovel shot, though. Den the Intern barely avoiding a decapitation, it looked like, the way that Funtimestein was swinging that one.
I am just beside myself right now, trying to pick a favorite. Funtimestein seems to have the strength advantage, seems to maybe have more hits with the shovel, but Den the Intern cannot be held back.
And the Cardiff counting along with each of those shots, even though they hate Den the Intern. Wrestling fans cannot resist counting.
They love counting. It's the only math that they want to do all night, but man, do they love it.
Just now a flurry of offense. Spanish Fly!
That little shit.
I don't understand how he gets anybody up in the Spanish Fly. There's just a lot of power in those tiny little legs.
It seems like an almost
shovel!
inhuman. Oh, the shovels have been cloned once again.
Den the Intern able to avoid that, and
the poor Univision broadcasters realizing that they may need a new table tonight after what.
Unfortunately, just a little bit of Funtimestein sweat, and their table is none the worse for wear. But who is going to be the worst for wear? Funtimestein. There goes the shovel. Den the Intern. Very pleased with himself, dealing out this punishment.
I don't even know if Den the Intern gets pleased anymore. There seems to just be only anger inside him. Anger, rage, viciousness, absolute disregard for human health.
Now just a series of kicks and dropping Funtimestein with a DDT.
Right onto that
He has got
tile.
to get Funtimestein back inside the ring if he wants that Employee of the Month championship.
And Funtimestein taking those spry little legs and wrapping them in a knot.
There he is. He's got him back in. Does he have it?
He's got the opportunity right now.
And another series. No! Funtimestein blocking the offense, sending him into the corner, following up, crushing avalanche.
Whoa! And is he about to? I think he is.
Tell us about it, Carl!
Here we go. It's party time!
Party time connects. We've got.
This could be it.
1, 2, no!
Ho ho! Party time does not finish off the Intern. So what do we have next?
He's got him lined up from the second rope. Funtimestein kicking him away and foot face right to the mush.
Foot face right into Den the Intern's front bun. The beard.
Front bun, yes. Oh, he turnover out of nowhere. Is this it? 1, 2, no!
Funtimestein kicks out.
Funtimestein does kick out. And now Dan the Intern looking for anything, the shovel, anything to keep him down after he managed to kick out of the turnover. And now just over and over, beating Funtimestein with a shovel. How is Funtimestein going to walk after this? How is he going to entertain after this? How is he going to educate on heart health after this, Carl?
He won't be able to if his life is taken away, and we know Dan the Intern has taken life before.
Will he murder again tonight? No! Turnover reversed into a power slam!
Whoa! Yeah! Funtimestein! Go, is it time? Here we go, we're gonna follow the bouncing ball! He has not yet landed that in TWO action, but now he has. This is gonna be for the win. Can he cover?
And it seems to have broken open Dan the Intern's head. And nope! Foot face in your face! Foot face in your face!
There.
And he did it! He did!
Oh! Choking the energy out of Dan the Intern. Funtimestein puts Footface to work to retain the Employee of the Month belt.
I can't believe it! Jacoby couldn't believe it! He barely even signaled that the submission had happened! But there it is! Dan the Intern, nowhere to go, nothing to do but give up the ghost, and a huge win for Private Practice, and a huge win for the Wire to Wire Season 2 Employee of the Month, the Amazing Funtimestein!
And for all of Dan the Intern's incredible work during that fight, he's not gonna feel good about the quick give up that he did there at the end with Footface in his face. That's going to sting for a while.
It's going to show up in his performance evaluation from the Ultimate Manager, to be sure.
More to come from Slamalot very soon.
We spend our whole lives looking for that special someone. But who's right for you? Introducing Quick Passion.
Honestly, I've been thriving here alone in quarantine. I make all my own food from scratch, and I make all of my clothing from the scraps. The only problem is that I've developed a taste for human flesh. But that's why I trust Quick Passion.
I was at the park alone 3 weeks ago when some men kidnapped me and shoved me into this basement. And now I need someone to rescue me from this torturous hell. That's why I trust Quick Passion. Every 45 days, somebody finds their special somebody on Quick Passion. That's what makes us the #1 service for when you're looking for something, I don't know.
I want someone that can have a baguette orgy with me. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
I'm looking for someone to wear a ski mask and pretend to be my stepfather. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
Quick Passion. We don't judge.
Does he have a win? Does Dr. Zachary Cambridge have a first win here?
He's
that
tying
could
him
put
up.
down former championship contender?
He's got him in the Thesis defense, and Everybody's Brother taps to the Thesis defense!
Everybody's Brother seems to have really lost his momentum in this company over the last few weeks. Might be hitting a bit of a low here. He's gonna have to go call Mom. He's gonna have to think about something new. Oh, you never want to see this.
Right in front of all of his poppies, too.
Yeah, this is...
No, wait, here's the Reverend Ronnie Rue getting involved!
Oh!
And chasing off Dr. Zachary Cambridge.
Carrying off the doctor. Could this mean Reverend Ronnie Rue aligning with Everybody's Brother?
I love being everybody's brother. I love being there for my brothers and sisters. I really do. But it's been a long time since someone came out for me. Ronnie, I know you got this tag team match coming up. I know you've already got your partner. But it would mean a lot to me, man, if I could be by your side in your corner ringside for that match.
Everybody's brother. I heard what you said, man, and I want you to know that you're one of the realest motherfuckers out there in TWO. So I'll see you alongside the ring, everybody's brother, and Dr. Zachary Cambridge. You're gonna feel the force of it.
And that peppy music can only mean that Dr. Zachary Cambridge's charges, whose names I do not know, are coming down the aisle. Drop kick into the corner. He's going to go for another one.
Drilling him right in the mush.
2 and 3. And Vycyous and Dylycyous managed to get a win over green shorts and blue shorts higher end. Dr. Zachary Cambridge's charges came real close.
All right, so
what are we doing here?
Steve, you started the meeting, man.
Yeah, I have some.
Steve, we can't eat the donuts. Not through the. Look, man, we got a match coming up. Higher education. We're fighting them 3-on-3, and I want some excellent taunts because the best way to get in the teacher's head, and I know this from school, is you start calling them names. You start throwing them off with the mentality. So higher education, more like
Smyers Education.
What was that?
Smyers Education.
All right.
Smyers Education.
Not our best, but that's a good start. Higher shitification.
High on life and wrestling.
Book stupid.
All right, different directions. Yeah, I like that. Book stupid. Steve, you got it. Book stupid. All right, we get in the ring. When you're grappling, when you're holding, when you're pile driving, whisper in their ear, book stupid. Book stupid.
You want to whisper it?
Well, you won't need to shout it. You're going to be right close to him.
Okay.
Do you think I should whisper I love you?
I mean, my first thought was no, but that would throw him off. It just threw me off. All right, Steve, that's going to be your thing. When you get close, you tell them you love them.
I love
you. Is
you.
it true? Because I think they might appreciate you hitting them with facts.
Not right now, Steve. Wait. What's going on, Steve?
I love you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you do it like that. Like, make it believable.
I believed it.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you, Steve.
Yeah, Steve. I love you, Steve.
Well, so wait a minute. So they got a name, higher education, whatever. Are we doing a different name? I mean, I just got to the Vycyous and Dylycyous. I don't know if we're, adding something.
Well, we're Vycyous and Dylycyous, and that sounds good. I mean, we could change more of the vowels to Y's. Maybe delicious and vicious and delicious.
Like a delicious sandwich.
Yeah, but we can call Vycyous and Dylycyous for short.
I like the way your head's at, Steve. All right. I love you, Steve. It'll be Vycyous and Dylycyous for short. It is short for delicious and vicious and delicious.
And everybody's brother.
Hello, Dr. Zachary Cambridge here, PhD. I just wanted to address Mr. Vycyous and Mr. Dylycyous. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot here. You see, we are not as different as you may believe that we are. I know that all three of you enjoy imbibing from time to time. Well, I'm no teetotaler myself. I enjoy a nice glass of brandy from time to time, and you of course love your partying. Well, I've been known to attend a soiree here and there, but here is the thing, the very lesson that I've been trying to impart onto your theoretical brains, the ones that should exist somewhere between here and here, is that I have the decorum, how I present myself. I have earned the right to enjoy myself from time to time. You know-nothings, with the brains of freshmen, lesser than freshmen, you do not understand that everything that I do, I have earned. I have papers. I have tenure. What do you have? What do you have to show for yourself? So until you have something to show for yourself, I cannot stand by this partying and going on, your rousing, what have you, nonsense. All of it is nonsense. And that's why myself, with the help of my TAs, the team known as Higher Education, we will stop you. And after our 3-on-3 match, the partying stops for good, forever, until I see a well-documented, well-researched thesis from all three of you.
Everybody's brother teams up with Vycyous and Dylycyous to take on Dr. Zachary Cambridge, PhD, and Blue Shorts and Green Shorts, otherwise known as Oxford and Dartmouth, now that I've got a call sheet that does not have a note scribbled on it.
That's right, and they are known as Higher Education. Dartmouth from the old other side of the pond, and Oxford from over here in the grand British Isles.
Dr. Zachary Cambridge has made an amazing leap from a theoretical wrestling professor to an actual wrestler, and now he has got 2 students following him on his path to shut down the good time that everybody's brother and Vycyous and Dylycyous have been having.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder about the ethical implications of a professor roping his students into a wrestling contract with him.
Well, it's a tale as old of time. An evil professor taking 2 dinguses that are from a frat house and putting them up against the party gang who just want to have a good time, rock and roll, and maybe do a little wrestling powder before, after, and during the show.
And you always know that deep down they are holding back some secrets. All 3 of these tightly wound D-bags.
Yeah, they are not called the tightly wound D-bags. They are, in fact, called Higher Education. But tightly wound D-bags works a little bit better.
I once saw the tightly wound D-bags open for REM.
How were they?
The tightly
were
wound
they as
D-bags?
good as Ronnie Roo?
Yeah, they were not as good as Ronnie Roo, not as good as Wicked, and not as good as Vycyous and Dylycyous are at keeping the good times going.
The Reverend Ronnie Roo and Amnesia Steve. This team has been on fire since they formed. I feel like I feel as though Amnesia Steve may not know exactly who Ronnie Roo is when they meet before each match, but he does understand that that's a friend.
Yeah, I think mainly because of the outfits.
It could be. Getting him a matching outfit was clutch.
No, the 2 of them have absolutely been a perfect complement for each other, and I don't know why. But everybody's brother has been their brother and their friend, getting them the 3 that they need to take on Higher Education.
Well, there you go. Everybody's brother. He has decided that he fights better when he's with a team and when he has got brothers to fight for, and those brothers that he's fighting for right now are Amnesia Steve and the Reverend Ronnie Roo, who just want to have a rockin' good time.
Yeah, there's no belts on the line in this match, but I don't think that is going to take any of the momentum, the speed, the viciousness out of these wrestlers. Everybody's brother representing a kid. We don't know who that is, but he's always been fighting in the name of a kid.
That kid, he meets with him before each match and tells him that he's going to win it for him. Last year's finale terribly disappointed that child when he lost to Lyle Guard. Will he disappoint the child again? Ronnie Roo starts things off with a neck breaker to Blue Shorts.
And Ronnie Roo, Reverend Ronnie Roo, with some beautiful denim tonight.
Just one kick, though, or one count before the kick out from Oxford.
And Oxford, his team saying, "Come on! Come on!"
And, that's not going to be good for... hammering those forearms down on the back of the head of the Reverend Ronnie Roo. possibly getting some of that hair gel into the back of Ronnie Rue's face as well. Look at that, faked him out. Looked like he was going to go with one elbow, then switched it up and hit him with the other. That's what a lifetime of education will get you.
And a lifetime of partying will get Ronnie Rue a bunch of high fives, which helps him in tag team matches.
Yeah, and here's Amnesia. Do you think Steve is a good guy to party with? I feel like you would. You could tell him a story, and then when you saw him at the next party, you could tell him that same story, and it would be like you never heard it.
That's absolutely right. Amnesia Steve is one of the best partiers in the entire wrestling organization, and possibly the toughest.
In Two?
The toughest partier in Two, possibly.
Possibly.
And Zachary Cambridge does not like partying. He does not take kindly to Steve's partying ways.
Just the sort of absolute killjoy who would put elbow patches over his elbow patches.
And tagging once again Oxford back in Dartmouth, feeling a little ignored.
And but Amnesia Steve makes the tag to Ronnie Rue, sending Oxford into the corner, following up with a back elbow, and following that up with a huge shoulder tackle. And now going, he got caught going after Dartmouth.
And Dartmouth had been waiting for his moment, took it as fast as he could, and Ronnie Rev cornered away from all of his friends.
He hits that flying crossbody, gets out of trouble. Oh no, taunting! Too much taunting, and he gets caught.
And he floats above the ring.
Too much wrestling powder. He is literally weightless for a moment.
Too much, or perhaps just enough. We're gonna see if he knows how to use these newfound abilities to his advantage.
Well, right now, he is in the worst place. He's in the wrong side of the ring, and on the hardest part of the floor.
And Oxford, just like a bully, was noogieing Ronnie Rev.
And Jacoby in the ring counting. This could be a double count out before everybody's brother even gets into the match. And again, those clubbing blows to the back of the head as Jacoby counts on.
That could absolutely spell doom for both of these teams. And in a way, that would be a win for the partiers because then they wouldn't lose to the disciplinarians.
You know, Ronnie Rue's got to get back into that ring.
They're counting. Those fans are counting with him.
There.
Gets back in.
Side slam connects.
Finds a world of pain the moment he enters that ring.
Just a lot of power from the old blue-shorted Oxford here.
That's his guitar playing fingers. You don't want to damage those.
Yeah, his meedly-meedlies would just go murmur.
Yeah, the ones that go wow.
Yeah, they would just go
and getting in on the act of pointing out directions, Oxford pointing toward the stage and platform.
Once again, Ronnie Rue in the wrong corner. Back elbows his way out. Catches Oxford. Half suplex. Can he get to attack? No, he's staying on top of things.
And everybody's brother patiently waiting for his chance to defend the honor of a kid.
And drops the knee.
Ooh, pulling those moves out from the tour of England in '88.
Another knee drop. Elbow drops now. I really wonder if he's got a lot of momentum, but should he be making a tag to his partners now? He's finally getting in there, and now we're going to see
listening
my
to the
brother,
advice of
your brother, everybody's brother.
And everybody's brother. We hear he was tempted into taking some wrestling powder with his teammates before the match. We don't know whether or not he did.
He's a very wholesome boy. It's hard to see him embracing the wrestling powder, but one never knows.
I'm just trying to judge based on his actions in the ring, and he has looked a little bit lost, a little bit discombobulated.
Well, is that from too much wrestling powder or not enough?
One has to wonder. One has to wonder if everybody's brother is finding his footing and could be exactly what Vycyous and Dylycyous need.
Hits that tornado DDT into the rope. Innovative offense from everybody's brother.
Yeah, using all sorts of ropes and springalings to take down Dr. Zachary Cambridge.
And just whacking him into the corner, tagging in the Reverend Ronnie Rue. Amnesia Steve is nowhere to be found. Has he wandered away? Has he forgotten that he had a match?
He has absolutely forgotten that he had a match, and one hopes... he's trying to pick something up from underneath the ring? Does he know that that's not an option in this match?
It's hard to say. But Dr. Zachary Cambridge in trouble is once again Ronnie Rue just selling out into the drop kicks in the corner. We've got a cover, and we've got 1, 2, and that is Dartmouth.
Yep.
Finally coming in. Green shorts tossed out of the ring by Amnesia Steve, who came in at just the right time. Did he do that on purpose? Was it a coincidence? How did he remember who to hit? These are the questions that I have. They never give me answers.
But it's okay, and it's all in fun. Now get in the pit and try to love someone.
Fisherman suplex connects.
And Ronnie Rev wants to love up on Dr. Zachary Cambridge.
1, 2, broken up. Ronnie Rue a little bit discombobulated, his hair standing a little bit taller, getting a little too stuffed into the bandana. He needs to tag out and get an adjustment, but he is going for, what is he going for? Just wrenching the arm over the rope. And Dr. Zachary Cambridge getting a lesson himself, but giving one as well, getting out of trouble.
And what do you think, Deuce? Do you think Dr. Zachary Cambridge represents Cambridge, England, or Cambridge, Massachusetts with his name?
I think that he is looking to represent all of the Cambridges. He wants to be an Omni-Cambridge wrestler.
Theoretically or for real?
First theoretically, and then he wants to follow that theory into an eventual law where he represents both Cambridge, Massachusetts, Cambridge over here, and then, of course, Cambridge, Nova Scotia.
Ooh, Cambridge, Nova Scotia. The secret third Cambridge.
That's the slogan. Secret third Cambridge. We've got 1. Only a 1 count. Amnesia Steve, too much in the tank.
Amnesia Steve, too much in the tank, but those jeans may be a little too tight on him. He looks a little out of breath and out of energy in the ring.
How can you tell whether you're putting on the right size jeans if you can't remember who you are in the morning?
Well, we've got another team move coming in with everybody's brother. That's what I know.
Double shoulder tackle. Pointing at each other. And a splash leg drop combo, and those two. It's like they've been brothers their entire lives because one of them can't remember and the other one is literally everybody's brother.
It's a really, really easy combination for the two of them.
Missing the drop kick, though, and that allows the green shorts to tag in blue shorts.
And blue shorts of Oxford just
walks right into a DDT from everybody's brother.
I would say that hair gel on the ring is even more dangerous than blood.
I believe you are correct. That is slippery. That is dangerous. We are definitely changing the mat in between matches. We should do that anyway because it is sanitary and probably the rules even though we're in a different country.
Yeah, we don't even know what British wrestling rules are. I faked my way through a bunch of conversations about them all week, but I think I pulled it off.
Indeed you diddly do. Oh no.
Right into the hair gel.
Rubbing his face right in that hair gel. Everybody's brother is both disgusted and in trouble. Now twisting his up.
Ooh.
Wrapping around. This
could do it. Is the breakup coming?
Thesis defense.
What's going on, Ronnie Rev?
Ronnie Rev just stalling. Too much wrestling powder, I think. Didn't know what to do.
And
the
Jacoby's
thesis defense
telling him,
almost
"Get out of the
won it
ring."
for Dr. Zachary Cambridge, PhD.
And everybody's brother is down.
1, 2. That time Ronnie Rue knew what to do.
Yeah, the wrestling counter kicked back in, and he gave a wicked kick to the back of Dr. Zachary Cambridge's head.
Everybody's brother fighting back out, wiping the hair gel from his eye. Setting up Dr. Zachary Cambridge on the top turnbuckle.
But he knows how to do his moves, regardless. What a pro.
Climbing to the top. What does he have here? The mover!
Ooh, that mover is a shaker, and Dr. Zachary Cambridge might have a dislocated elbow at this point.
And he's got it locked in. He got him to choke with the atomic noogie. And that is a win for Team Everybody's Brother. That is a win for Ronnie Roo. That is a win for Amnesia Steve. That is a win for Vycyous, Dylycyous, and Everybody's Brother.
And a win for partying. You have to say that the team that worked best together in that match is the team that won.
And you've got to admit that they really did show those stuffed shirts what a party is all about.
Yes, and Dr. Zachary Cambridge gonna take his students back there. I hope he doesn't retaliate against their grades for their performance tonight. But Everybody's Brother, Vycyous and Dylycyous, ready to party all night long until the Welsh bars close.
That's right, all of Cardiff is ready to party with Vycyous, Dylycyous, and Everybody's Brother. Who are you ready to party with, Carl?
I'm ready to party with you, Deuce.
Well, let's have a party here at Slamalot.
Slamalot! Slamalot?
Slamalot.
Slamalot!
Slam a lot.
Slam all the lots.
Until now, ownership was content with letting the league grow organically. Next season, however, we're going to do things a bit more strategically. I'm Richard Zeus, TWO's new general manager. You'll be hearing from me.
Bells, Mrs. Silly, Mrs. Curls.
They are the best women's tag team we've got in this company, arguably the toughest as well. They're a pair of sisters. They are happy and funny and silly, and they love having a great time, and they love winning at wrestling.
Clause 47, Amendment C, line F. Newly minted champions can use their champion wish to break their TWO contract.
But Brock Hard called me because he's my attorney, and he said that they will let me out of my contract if I become a champion. And so I figured tag team championships are coming up. I'll become the women's tag team champion, and then I can get out. But I need a partner.
You want a ginger chew?
Oh my gosh, I have to get out of this league.
I am Mrs. C. I am Mrs. K. This is T-Bar, the wonderful Amy of the Slamalot. We are house bells. We are champions. Bitty. Miss Tasha and the King Queen want to win. We're gonna kick our belts. I wanna say. Good luck, you'll need it in your mouth. We've been practicing that, yeah!
Carl, do you think that maybe the members of AuthorityCorp, maybe the members of Beast Mode, maybe the members of Battle Lion are a little miffed that they're having a contest for a tag team championship when all they could have just done is declared themselves tag team champions?
You got to think that they are, Deuce. You've got to think that they're very, very miffed. But being the only official women's tag team at the time, their logic was sound.
Well, coming after those titles is Jess Cashin. She thinks, after talking to Brock Hard, that she can be let out of her TWO contract if she becomes a champion in TWO, and that is airtight logic as far as I'm concerned.
It makes all the sense in the world. One hopes for Jess Cashin's sake that she does win, but one hopes for TWO's sake that she doesn't, because then she would leave, and then we wouldn't have a champion.
She has become a well-rounded competitor despite being here fully against her will because she thought that she had auditioned for a different thing.
It's a darn shame what's happened to her. We're all rooting for Jess Cashin in life. One we're not rooting for as much.
Though, is the Killer Queef. Why do we think the Killer Queef has agreed to be the tag team partner for Jess Cashin in this endeavor?
I think the only reason could be that Queef looked at Hell's Bells declaring themselves champions and thought to herself, I worked really hard for a championship that I didn't get. I'm freaking angry.
But she does look angry, and she is going right after the head of the table.
Oh, and the man who is the something.
Yeah, well, there you go. He is the something. He may have forgotten because the Killer Queef does, in fact, bring up old memories.
All right, but let's all sit back and enjoy this entrance, because it's maybe my favorite in the whole company.
Here come Mrs. Curls and Mrs. Silly, the Hell's Bells!
Pew, 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 with their air cannons that they use so masterfully. The dance moves they've been practicing for years, running up through Slaw. Hell's Bells, the most decorated women's tag team in TWO. And before tonight, the only one.
Well, one of two. Now officially defending these women's tag team championships against the Killer Queef and against Jess Cashin. But for Jess Cashin, there's so much more than championship gold on the line. Does that extra incentive come into play in this matchup, Carl?
You've got to think it will. You have seen the promos from Hell's Bells, and they may not be taking their belts seriously. We'll see tonight if they are.
Well, there they are. They are resplendent, and they are on the line.
Yeah, they love their belts. They do really love their belts. And one will see if they retain it. Let's gaze for a moment upon this giant crowd that's come out to Cardiff, Wales for our match.
Cardiff has really showed out for TWO, and you've got to respect that, as the challengers also basking in the appreciation and adoration of this crowd.
Yes, this crowd, big fans of wrestling, big fans of women's division wrestling, big fans of tag team wrestling, so they are hyped out of their British minds.
And there it is, Hell's Bells surrendering the titles. Will they be getting them back, or will we have new champions in the first ever women's championship match?
And Jacoby taking this match with the gravity that it deserves, holding up those belts and getting everybody ready for the carnage about to ensue.
And Jess Cashin going in right herself, and eating a Hurricane Rana right away. Mrs. Curls. Still, the experience factor is there because, again, Jess Cashin did not know she was going to be doing this until the start of TWO.
Right. But on the other hand, the protective gear advantage has got to go to Jess Cashin.
Absolutely. Wearing those shoulder pads, hoping that they will protect her long enough for her to get this win and then get the hell out of TWO.
doesn't look like she's going to have a lot of luck. The experience of Hell's Bells already rearing its painful face.
And Mrs. Silly, the power bomb into the knee to the face. That's already 1, 2. No! Just Cashin. Too much on the line for her to give up.
And Mrs. Silly and Mrs. Curls, I will say, coming in, guns a-blazing, air guns a-blazing, with real head of steam trying to defend these belts.
Springboard 4, we got one. Just one, though. Just Cashin. Maybe needs to get out of here. She's trying her best to get out of here.
Tagging in the Killer Queen seems her only option. And this hurts to watch. But in comes Mrs. Curls. Mrs. Silly stepping out. Oh! Got the tag.
Now the Killer Queef, and we will see how an almost women's champion fares against 2 current women's tag team champions.
And
right
truly,
now, fairly well. Springboard into the DDT.
Killer Queef, arguably the toughest wrestler in TWO.
Arguably.
And arduously getting slammed to the floor by the powerful and unpredictable Mrs. Curls.
Well, was she getting slammed one time or was she getting slammed a lot?
She was getting slammed a lot here at Slamalot.
Ha! We did it. Seamlessly worked that in.
We
Give me a high five.
High five. Nailed it again. Again, Slamalot brought to you by Snickers.
Did you just high five twice? Great! Have a Snickers!
High five for that! Oh.
No high fives being given just yet in the ring, however. The Killer Queef able to kick out. And Mrs. Curls a little slow to get to the corner, but makes the tag to Mrs. Silly.
And Jess Cashin smartly staying away from the ring so she can't get tagged back in.
She has no desire to be here, and boy does it show. White
she
noise
really wanted the easy win. Maybe she'll get it.
Wrong corner maybe for the Killer Queef to be making that, and setting up Mrs. Silly for
this can't be good.
Huge drop kick.
And Mrs. Silly down on the mat.
1, 2, broken up by Mrs. Curls.
Broken up by her sister. They call themselves the Tag Team Twins. And Jess Cashin warming up, maybe soon gonna have the energy to come up on the ring.
Missed? Mrs. Silly got out of the way so fast, it almost looked instantaneous.
And Mrs. Silly now in a position where she could tag in her sister if she needs.
But instead, just raining down rights and lefts on the Killer Queef.
And here comes Mrs. Curls. Wants to finish off the Queef. Jess Cashin still having no part of this match at all.
My God.
No! Is that
2,
gonna be it?
No! Kick out from the Killer Queef.
This is a real shame for Jess Cashin, but I think she's now resigning herself to a continued wrestling career.
And she has no desire to get in here and have any say in how this match ends. Do you think she's having second thoughts about exiting 12?
That would be an interesting turnaround.
How's the curly splash? We've got 2.
Oh, Mrs. Curls almost finishing off the Queef there. Maybe she's going up for more. One more?
We're going to see it again.
The fans want it.
Frog splash. It does connect. Maybe a little too hard. It takes her a second. She's got to make that cover.
She's not sure she's ready. She's got more for the Queef.
Oh, and the Queef taking advantage, sliding out. Now would be a great time to make a tag to her tag team partner, who is still on the floor, thoroughly uninterested in more wrestling competition.
Yeah, Jess Cashin clearly has a strategy here tonight, and that is I don't want to get hurt. I've been hurt too much. These pads don't help.
Killer Queef down with the cover.
The Queef with the cover.
Oh, legs on the ropes to get Jess Cashin out of here. Do you think it's the Killer Queef actually seems to want Jess Cashin to get what she needs? Elbow drop connects. This is a change in character for her. Has she been talking to everybody's brother a little bit and realizes that perhaps friends are what's the most important thing?
And friends or siblings? Could she become everybody's queefy sister?
Boy, I hope not.
It rolls off the tongue. The EQS.
Springboard DDT connects, though. And Mrs. Curl's not able to make the tag to Mrs. Silly.
She
While
needed it
the
bad.
Killer Queef set up, and here comes Mrs. Curls right away with the cutter.
Mrs. Silly with the cover.
1, 2, 3.
That'll
Just
do
like
it.
that, it's over.
And Hell's Bells with a very, very quick victory. But that's going to happen in a tag team match where only one opponent is willing to fight.
Yeah, just Cashin had a bad time early on and then just refused to take this route to get out of her TWO contract. So the good news for all of us is that she will be back for Season 3.
And that's exactly right. A true professional back for Season 3 of 12. And Hell's Bells successfully defend the belt that they declared themselves champions of.
If anything, this just makes the belt even more legitimate as they show them off.
And that's what you always want with legitimacy, for it to have to increase.
Yeah, you want more rather than less as it goes on. Otherwise, you've got a real royal family situation.
And look at those two sisters. They're happy. They're ready to take their show to the next level here in Two, here at Slamalot in Cardiff, Wales.
Cardiff, Wales, and we are going to take this show to the next match.
Enjoy your bangers and mash while you watch this commercial.
We spend our whole lives looking for that special someone. But who's right for you? Introducing Quick Passion.
Oh hey, I'm Sandra. And what I really care about is the intense but platonic relationship I have with this owl/bookend. That's why I trust Quick Passion to find someone who's just as passionate about this owl as I am.
Last year, through just a freak accident, I came to the realization that I really liked those long CVS receipts balled up and put in my mouth. And that's why I trust Quick Passion.
Every 45 days, somebody finds their special somebody on Quick Passion. That's what makes us the #1 service for when you're looking for something, I don't know.
I want someone to be a Pokemon trainer and have battles with. Snorlax, I choose you! That's why I trust Quick Passion.
I've been in this vessel for almost 1 year, and we know that's the limit. So I'm looking for someone to let me transfer my soul into another vessel. And that's why I trust Quick Passions.
Quick Passion. We don't judge.
Since the dawn of time, people have only seen bears as one thing: a joke. Stand-up comics, ineffective bandits, criminals, and pantsless gluttons. Do you ever ask yourself, isn't there a better way? Are you ready to grow in faith, kitchen, and forest? We at the Church of Bear Grylls are waiting for you. Bears are majestic animals and have so much more to offer. Bear Grylls may have started off as a simple barbecue chef, but CBG knows he is so much more, and that you can be too. Bear will teach you the secrets of the universe that no other religion has access to, like how to best seal in the flavor on a good steak and figuring out if your wife is cheating on you. Again. Bear Grylls' popularity will only rise, and if you don't act now, your spot in heaven may be taken by someone else. Join the Church of Bear Grylls today. Legally not a cult.
He's gonna win on countout, and that is exactly what is going to happen as the Scooby Doo-Gooder into the and Danny Storms does not make it into the ring in time. The Scooby Doo-Gooder wins via countout after a couple of power slams.
Now that that's on the way, I have another distraction I must deal with before I can continue. Name the date, name the time, and consider it brought.
Losing yourself, are you, Scooby? I never thought of you as an enemy, but I always respected you as a fighter, but no longer. Your defeat will serve as a message to others that TWO is a world where heroes break.
The end. They say you never know when it's coming. How? Where? According to my opponent tonight, my end comes here at Slamalot. The problem with your theory, oh mysterious sir, is that my end came 2 weeks ago when I was unable to keep my promise to the TWOers, letting them know everything they needed to know about the Scooby Doo-Gooder. And now,
That I have failed to keep my word due to the distractions I have faced along the way.
I have nothing left to lose. So I say this. You are going to come for me at my most vulnerable. But that doubles as my most
dangerous. If you intend to wipe the Scooby Doo-Gooder off the face of TWO, you better do it to its entirety and finality. Otherwise,
your failure will be my redemption.
The Scooby Doo-Gooder has been haunted, he has been stalked, and he has been harassed by a mysterious voice, and he's losing his edge tonight. He comes face to face with whoever that is.
And yeah, it's been hard to watch one of our heroes, the Scooby Doo-Gooder, really get rattled and shaken to his core and developed a savagery that we were not accustomed to because of this shadowy figure who torments him.
The Scooby
thought he'd
Doo-Gooder
find
himself,
peace.
a shadowy, mysterious figure. So are we getting more shadowy, mysterious figure for our buck here?
Yeah, that's right. This is the most shadowy and mysterious match of the night. And
there will
perhaps
be
of our lifetimes.
So many shadows, so much mystery, and right now the Scooby Doo-Gooder definitely making his way to the ring at a very leisurely pace.
Yeah, he has had a hard go of it. He was tormented for months by Danny Storms, who was trying to investigate him, and he did away with Danny Storms, hoping that would bring him some peace, but it only has gotten worse as this completely unknown, completely shadowy figure, and I cannot emphasize enough how much of this figure is in shadow.
In shadow, and seems to know so much about the past of the Scooby Doo-Gooder, who we know nothing about except for that when Danny Storms tried to find things out about him, he got hurt a lot.
And what I have to wonder is, could we get a conversation with this shadowy figure so that we could update our call sheet?
It'd be great, because right now I've just got shadowy figure written on the call sheet.
But it is nice how the call sheet has a shadow on that font.
And it's interesting. I don't even know how you pull off font shadowing. I guess it's something with the kerning?
Yeah, no, it's impeccable kerning for Slamalot.
Well, we are in the country that invented calligraphy, are we? No, probably not. Now that I think about it,
probably invented the word kerning. Oh! Are you okay? Deuce?
I'm fine, but it's very cold, and we now know that this man is called the Pain, and I am transfixed and disturbed.
Look at him holding his coat and leaning for no apparent reason.
He
must have a reason.
Glowing and motioning. Who is he beckoning? Is it
He might be petting. He's petting an imaginary cat.
Is it time itself? We don't know. He does seem. Does he look familiar to you at all, Carl?
If you're trying to insinuate something about my parole officer, then I will have none of it.
I do not think it looks like your parole officer, Carl.
Okay, good. I as far as TWO goes, I do get a hint of someone I recognize, but it couldn't be. It could not.
It could not?
No.
Because what I'm thinking of, that's a man with another match later tonight.
That's a man with a full slate of responsibilities. Could he be really taking that much time out of his important schedule to uncover the truth of the Scooby Doo-Gooder?
Well, the Scooby Doo-Gooder is outside the ring right now and looks a little bit rattled by the appearance of the Pain. Does the Scooby Doo-Gooder know who this mysterious man is now that he sees him face to face?
One has to wonder. Oh, he's taking off his imaginary hat.
But
He's
leaving the glowing glasses and hands on.
Oh, and just gripping.
And now he's
that
looking
is a
right
very. I recognize that fashion sensibility. Oh.
And he is no longer glowing, but he is all in black, just like the Scooby Doo-Gooder. There is no color in this match.
And
but the Scooby Doo-Gooder going right after him. Quick DDT into a standing splash.
One has to wonder, with the similarity in color and in mannerism, how much history do these two foes have?
That big boot also looked real familiar. And that pompous pose.
That arrogance.
If this man had anything holding up his pants, like for example, a belt and a set of suspenders, I would have accusations to make.
Do you see what I see on his shirt, Deuce?
He is wearing the logo of AuthorityCorp. Does the Scooby Doo-Gooder have a past with AuthorityCorp?
One has to wonder if it could be. It could also just be swag that he got at a convention.
That's true. They do give that out everywhere.
Yeah, the AuthorityCorp just absolutely desperate for the drip to be worn on social media.
And now just gut-wrenched up into a power bomb. And no one has manhandled the Scooby Doo-Gooder like this ever.
Scooby Doo-Gooder, one of the most powerful and toughest wrestlers in TWO. Absolutely getting demolished.
1, 2, kick out at 2 after that huge knee to the face, and the Pain seems a little shaken there. After having been held his composure for most of the match, did not like that knee did not put down the Scooby Doo-Gooder, but going
and getting
right
back though. And the Pain, one has to fear the Pain. With
that's a lot of man that just came down on the Scooby Doo-Gooder.
That is one of the most powerful splashes I've ever seen in my life, Deuce.
It moved the ring. It shook my chair. That was him and not you, right?
No. You, believe me, I'd announce it if I was touching you.
No, there you go. However, the Scooby Doo-Gooder now with a comeback, European uppercut. And finding...
He's got some rage in him, the Scooby
Doo-Gooder
does. Yeah, he's got some anger tonight.
2! No! And what's the Scooby Doo-Gooder gonna do here? Well, he had to think about it for a second, but now... just a split second too long. The Pain able to reverse.
The fans of Cardiff Wales are on the edge of their seat.
Nope, Scooby Doo-Gooder slipping out, chop blocking, taking the knee out of the Pain. Hitting that swinging neck breaker.
The whole world is watching the Scooby Doo-Gooder try to defend his own identity tonight.
And that's we don't know what he's been accused of. That's all so mysterious.
It's complete. It's shadows over spectacles, over foreshadows, over back shadows, over every kind of shadow possible, layering on top to cloak this match in mystery.
What I can tell you though is that it has got the Scooby Doo-Gooder enraged, and now just taking it and going right over the top,
dropping a butt full of pain on the head of the Pain,
but missing that standing moonsault, and then going right
onto the hard
knee.
Ceramic tiles of Cardiff Wales' hard floor.
The hardest part of the floor is the floor. And you know who knows that? The Pain, as he powerbombs the Scooby Doo-Gooder right onto it.
And the Pain developing a bit of a fan base here in this crowd. What the hell is the matter with these people?
People who powerbomb people onto floors.
Yeah, they may just be fans of shadow and mystery.
But if the Pain is who I think it is, I'm sure that their opinion will turn soon. That's the buyout. And we've got...
No! Is it the buyout? Is it?
2, 3! The Pain wins with a buyout. And I have accusations that I should keep to myself.
Absolutely, you should, unless you want to be served by the lawyers of AuthorityCorp. And I don't want that for you, Deuce. You got to keep your money so you can share it with me.
But let's not bury the headline here. The Scooby Doo-Gooder defeated in one-on-one competition, pinned for the 3 count. We have never seen that in 12.
No, the Scooby Doo-Gooder outside this ring, bent and broken by the Pain. And one has to wonder if this is the end of this feud or if it's just beginning.
Once again, that strange motion, almost beckoning everyone to follow him. But follow him where? Follow him why? Will someone fix his collar, for the love of God?
Hopefully, if it's who we think it is, they've got a stylist that at least knows how to do that.
Stay with us! There's more to come on Slam!
A lot of Slam. This tag team of the Battle Lions is already rising like the flag up their mast. They have already given it to Bear Grylls once, and they want to do it one more time. And Bear Grylls now has an opportunity with Swabby Doug out of the ring.
1, 2, 3! Beast Mode gets a big, important win. I don't think that we've seen the end of what's going to happen between these two factions, if you will. As the factions rise, they will just continue to do violence to each other. Carl loves Weekend. He just thinks Ronnie Roo is the best.
It's easy to see why. That man can wail all night.
Ronnie Roo unable to recover in time to take advantage, and now clubbing the back is Green Shorts, and not making a tag, however. The burgeoning tag team scene! Each team going for a tag team title represented by one wrestler.
But Ultimate Manager, he's got a chair!
Oh, but he connects with a chair, and to the Frog Prince as well.
Frog Prince got his froggy brain scrambled.
That is 1, 2, no, not like this. It is like this. The Ultimate Manager gets the win with a pair of chair shots. Beast Mode is more than a wrestling
wrestling faction. We are a community outreach team that is helping humans everywhere improve their lives by getting in touch with their inner beast. But you don't have to take the word of me, the Frog Prince, for it. Bear Grylls filled in when the caterer for my neighborhood block party canceled at the last minute. All he asked in return was that we didn't lock down our trash can lids at night. Thanks, Beast Mode. I was having trouble getting people to notice me. The Frog Prince took me on a shopping spree, and now I dress in bright colors, both to attract mates and to warn off potential predators. Thanks, Beast Mode. I get massive anxiety in large crowds, so Adora Bear taught me to forage in the woods, and now I never have to go to a crowded market basket again. Thanks, Beast Mode. I always thought I was something more. Mantaur took me to the stable, and now I realize that I'm half Batman and half Man-Bat. Thanks, Beast Mode. Are you being brought down by a world of dirty pirates and greedy corporations? Let us help you unlock your Beast Mode. Adora Bear won a downhill skiing race to save our community garden from a rich developer who wanted to turn it into a parking lot. Thanks, Beast Mode. I was afraid to go swimming. After Bear Grylls took me on a day trip to the river catching salmon with my teeth, I'm on the Olympic diving team and can perfectly season a fillet. Thanks, Beast Mode.
Mantaur scared away that guy who always follows me to my car from work. Thanks, Beast Mode.
The Frog Prince helped me learn about the importance of tongue dexterity in a relationship. Thanks, Beast Mode. Thanks, Beast Mode. Go win the Tag Team Championships.
Hello, viewers. This is Paul Witherspoon, and I'm going to tell you the story of a man named Swabby Doug and his friend and commander, General Opposite, and how they found the greatest ally the world has ever known. It started one day while Swabby Doug was cleaning the ship and rummaged around in the general's quarters. General Opposite was out in the cow patch tending to the cows. I didn't know they had cows. Both found at nearly the exact same moment a strange artifact that beckoned them to travel separately to the desert for what seemed like years, crossing rivers, oceans, mountains, and the occasional zoo and office building, facing off against rhinos, crocodiles, Tasmanian tigers, yes, they are back, and fight clubs, to arrive at a single plinth. That plinth transformed in front of their eyes, taking the form of a giant robot who spoke to them thusly.
Swabby and General, who you see before you is the combined might of Voltrob, protector of the universe. I called you here to implore you to fight for the TWO tag team belts. I need them to make me whole again. If you ever need me, you can call out to me, and I will be there instantaneously to help you vanquish your enemies.
Doug and Opposite looked at each other and nodded their approval, too stunned to even speak. They had found their ace in the hole. Their secret weapon, and TWO's tag division would never be the same again. This has been Lord Emperor Crackletooth III, and this has been the story of how Swabby Doug and General Opposite found the greatest ally the world has ever seen, Voltrob, and how they formed the greatest tag team, the Battle Lions, and nothing would ever be the same again. Or they just ate those mushrooms from the cow patch. The world may never know. Oh, so it was the mushrooms. And the anime. They never actually even left the living room.
Video memo from the Ultimate Manager to Tuber. BCC redacted. Subject: tables, ladders, and chairs. FYI, in preparation for our upcoming TLC match at Slamalot, I have requisitioned tables, ladders, and chairs for our use. As you know, in the triple threat prior to Slamalot, I elected to report directly to myself by folding the org chart into a Mobius strip. As a result of my creative management, I was able to deliver an epic beatdown to Swabby Doug and the Frog Prince. However, at Slamalot, we will be working together as a team, as mandated by our equal status in the AuthorityCorp org chart, and I have chosen our equipment accordingly. Tables. To align with the Slamalot theme, I have chosen round tables. For you, a circular table, to represent the equality of the Knights of the Round Table. For me, also a round table, but oval, representing the fact that some of the knights were clearly better than others. For example, Sir Galahad found the Holy Grail, widely considered to be the holy grail of mythical objects. Compare that to Sir Grifflet, who I had to look up, but apparently was best known for how often he was taken prisoner. Ladders. For myself, I have ordered a standard 10-foot model from our usual supplier, Corporate Ladder. For you, I have ordered a basically equivalent model, but from a newer vendor, Just Rungs. I'm sure it will be fine. And finally, chairs. For me, a Herman Miller Aeron chair. And for you, a surplus beanbag chair from a pilot benefits program where cozy chairs were tested as a less expensive replacement for health insurance. I'm looking forward to working alongside you as a peer at Slamalot. Best regards, the Ultimate Manager.
To Ultimate Manager. From Tuber. BCC. My parents, because they like to know what I'm up to. Your preparation for Slamalot is much appreciated. Hashtag Go Team! The chair that came in is very comfy. My productivity rate has increased already by infinite potatoes. The table is also very comfy. However, I regret to inform you that you should reach out to the procurement team about finding an alternative supplier for the ladder because it never came in. Don't worry though, I can be resourceful. Your colleague, Tuber.
The Men's Tag Team Championship will be suspended above the ring as the Battle Lions, AuthorityCorp, and Beast Mode all compete to climb a ladder and bring them down to become the first TWO Men's Tag Team Champions. Carl.
Dudes, I am thrilled for us to be getting this match here tonight. The fans have been clamoring for tag team belt holders to represent this company, and we're finally going to have one at the end of this ladders match.
Here we are. It's AuthorityCorp, Tuber, the couch potato, and the Ultimate Manager.
A bit of an odd couple, if I dare say so. Tuber, not the most motivated wrestler. No insult intended. And the Ultimate Manager, incredibly motivated. Loves profit, loves evaluations, loves rules. But the two of them employed by AuthorityCorp so they can make it here tonight as a tag team.
AuthorityCorp, strong showing so far. However, Den the Willing failing to capture the Employee of the Month championship, and someone who may or may not be part of AuthorityCorp getting a huge win over the Scooby Doo-Gooder. Can their momentum continue, and can it build? Are we looking at the first men's tag team championship team?
We could very well be. Tuber, a longtime fan favorite. Maybe in this company, the way that they can ascend to the ranks of champion. Who they gonna have to
looking
face?
to stand in their way are the Battle Lions.
And the Battle Lions, the most experienced men's tag team in the company. They've been building this since the early days of their rivalry back in Season 1. But they have fought in many a tag team match at this point. Swabby Doug, general opposite, an intense and crafty, experienced duo.
Yeah, and of course, this duo not only has fought a lot of matches as a team, but they have fought a lot of matches with AuthorityCorp, against AuthorityCorp, I should say, and against various members of Beast Mode. This is not just about the tag team titles at this point. These are teams that know each other very well and hate each other accordingly.
That's right. The hate is going to fuel everyone, as if the motivation of champion titles was not enough.
It's gonna take more than tag team glory. Will it take a blood feud? Because these men have bled. And Tuber, of course, has also secreted potato fluid.
Yes, that's just starch.
Yep, starch.
Yeah.
Great. And there he is, Swabby Dog,
could be
the former
soup.
captain. General Opposite, the former Polar.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Tuber's fluids.
I'm sorry I put that in your head, Carl.
It might be soup.
Oh, like a potato soup with a little,
Like a
little
yeah,
bacon.
it could be like a
Little green
potato
onion
soup
in
with
there.
chives. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. A well-seasoned one, hopefully.
Oh yeah, you gotta season it. What are you, in New England?
Not tonight. Tonight we're in Cardiff, Wales for Slamalot.
That's not gonna do much better for the seasoning.
No, but you know what will? A diverse set of species.
One of which is a championship cook. There he is, Bear Grylls and the Frog Prince, Beast Mode.
And this team has really been building a lot of momentum, connected through their animal powers, abilities, and adjacency.
Also, through their community outreach, they have been helping other humans unlock their inner beasts. It's been a sight to behold.
Absolutely, and Beast Mode represented earlier tonight by the Mantaur in the Belt of Damocles match. Not successfully, but with a good showing. They hope to build on that and get a victory here tonight.
And once again, as the factions rise, this is two factions that are looking to turn around how the night has been going for theirs. And we are off right away.
And
a lot of action.
on
Bear
the
Grylls
outside
going
for
right
now.
for Tuber, the two largest competitors in this match. And they're going right to the outside. The Frog Prince
just
trying to
all
find
around.
someone to hit.
He's all he knows is that his legs are very spry like a frog's.
Like unto a frog, but he is not a frog. A former frog kissed by a princess. The curse has been broken. He's still not sure how he feels about his own humanity, though.
No. Has he had any contact with that princess?
She did leave him shortly after.
That's a damn shame.
It's hard making that adjustment to human life. So the Frog Prince will have you know.
Yeah, he has mentioned it once or twice. Bear Grylls not needing to adjust at all. Bear Grylls putting
just
hurting.
dropped General Opposite over that guardrail. However, Swabby Doug, as code red from the Frog Prince, but Swabby Doug is all by himself in the ring. This may be over quickly.
This could be the end of it very fast unless the Frog Prince activates his frog mode to get him down.
And up, dangling, can't eat, no! Right into a power bomb into the ladder. The Frog Prince just took Swabby Doug, possibly from an almost champion to a man who's surprisingly
No, but put
upright.
your attention back down here on the outside of the ring. We just had all three factions fighting it out. Or the teams. One's not a
Inside the ring now,
faction.
the Ultimate Manager with catching a series of right hands from the Frog Prince.
Swabby Doug
Who
doing his
whips it into a
best to
DDT.
swab off the table.
And Swabby Doug going right after the Frog Prince did not let him enjoy that win. Frog Prince is to the outside. Swabby Doug now taking it to the Ultimate Manager, but here's Tuber to help out their boss.
And Tuber's very, very short arms, stopping them for a moment, but not for long.
And once again, Tuber and Bear Grylls. I would say this is a very beefy pair, but again, there's no beef in Tuber. That's all potato.
That's all potato, hopefully with some seasoning.
One can hope, but it does
At
not
least
look
some
good.
salt and pepper. The basics gotta be covered.
Oh, Bear Grylls, though, he's got the meat sweats locked on to General Opposite. You can't get this win via submission, but you can keep General Opposite from competing if he's knocked out.
Yeah, and Tuber is enjoying the show.
Really
Tuber
enjoying, like, just kind of
watching the
bopping
pain.
along to the meat sweats and leaving General Opposite to find out on his own. That's good strategy, though.
Absolutely, and look at this now. Dropping Bear Grylls almost onto Polar Opposite. Tuber found their opening.
Well, Tuber once seeking the tutelage of the Ultimate Manager, losing that opportunity, and now
the
suddenly his partner, and probably getting that tutelage, and it was paying off. However, Bear Grylls nerve pinched Tuber down to the mat, and Bear Grylls has just been super impressive lately.
Yeah, you've always wondered if, with enough repetition, the bear would take all its strength and turn that into success in the ring, and it's finally happening, and I, for one, am happy about it, and I think the bear is happy about it as well, but it's not great at expressing emotion in a way I understand.
In the meantime, the Frog Prince has a ladder, but I could not catch General Opposite, who is now going to lift him up into the DDT-atory position. No! Yeah, ooh.
A painful drop for the Frog Prince.
Absolutely, and now the Ultimate Manager wants a piece of it. Tuber in! This is what you don't want to see if you are rooting against AuthorityCorp, is have both of their members upright and in the ring with that ladder.
You definitely don't, and they are putting together a little bit of a sequence here, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of power for AuthorityCorp, as if they didn't have enough.
Everybody in the ring, everybody out of the ring. Well, half the people out of the ring. Everyone just trying to keep their opponents down and out. Swabby Dog following out Tuber. Bear Grylls giving General Opposite a tour of the woods, and here's a kendo stick shot for good measure from the Frog Prince.
Yeah.
That's tag team congruity, baby.
That is tag team congruity brought to you here at TWO by Snickers.
Snickers, has your tag team partner just absolutely aced someone? Hit him with a kendo stick and have a Snickers.
That's the slogan.
That's it.
And
the Frog Prince hit the poison leg from that springboard. Swami Doug is out. And now where's the Frog Prince? He wants to go join the Univision commentary team?
It could happen.
In the meantime, Tuber slamming his partner Bear Grylls down. I don't know what the Frog Prince was going for, but now he's going after the Ultimate Manager on the outside, while General Doug hits up the ladder.
General Opposite sets up the ladder and then abandons it, hoping that Swabby Doug will wake up, but Swabby Doug is not awake. Tuber has the kendo stick. It's all happening right now, dudes.
General Opposite, eat defeat to Tuber, and Swabby Doug did have a moment, but he's choosing to keep Tuber down.
And now is Swabby Doug going to ascend the ladder? No! What are you
headed
doing,
to the outside
Swabby
to
Doug?
assist General Opposite like a good Swabby would do. Now, the Frog Prince sending Swabby Doug into the back of the legs of Tuber as he
and Swabby Doug hitting his face on the outstretched leg of a ladder.
That ladder looks like a problem waiting to happen. And Tuber's ready to climb.
Climb, potato, climb!
Swabby Doug, punch to the butt. That's going to be enough to stun Tuber. Everybody's in the ring now. More butt punches. The belt just bounced and disappeared.
It is far away. It's going to be hard for anyone to win with the belt where it currently is.
Can we get a member of production to replace
ladder.
the belt before someone notices it's not there?
This is
really
disappointing. What do you see up there, Frog Prince?
The Frog
Do you see a belt?
There's no belt to grab.
There is no belt, Frog Prince. Why did you climb there? Maybe he was looking for it. What is going to happen, Deuce? What?
Or this match will not end.
We are in Wales, where there are notoriously very few wrestling rules.
Once again, the meat sweats put on to General Opposite. He's having a rough night with Bear Grylls. The Ultimate Manager had a chair kicked away, but now being double teamed is the Frog Prince. Now being left alone because that alliance is broken.
Oh, and we do have another belt up there. It's very, very high. We need a taller ladder, but it is good to see that they've brought another one in.
General Opposite not quite centering that ladder. Coming after, deciding, nope, I'm gonna climb.
Maybe there are two. Maybe he knows something. What's up there? What's up there, General?
He's got it. It's in the right spot.
He found it.
He found the belt, but Tuber climbing slowly.
Oh!
No, Tuber's been pushed off by Bear Grylls. General Opposite trying to undo the latch. If he can get this, they will win.
Absolute bedlam in the ring. Do you have this? No, but you do
but
have
dropping
a
down onto the
fall.
Frog Prince and the Ultimate Manager, making sure they can't climb either.
Perfectly positioned with his feet down on the Frog Prince. Right now, no one in position to ascend for that belt. The belt seems to be recentering. It's got a mind of its own.
That belt
My
has been sprung
God,
everywhere.
Deuce, my God, what
My
are we,
God
what
is
are we
right.
witnessing?
Carl! The belt is right where it's supposed to be now. I see it. It's in plain view. I think that production has done an outstanding job. Give them a hand if you're sitting at home right now. Give them a compliment in the chat if you're on 2MB's Twitch feed. And also say hi to, I don't know, someone.
And if you're on YouTube, maybe go check out Visual Concepts.
Ooh, Visual Concepts!
One of our sponsors who definitely has a product.
Yep, we know exactly what it is. Just ask my friend JJ. No, seriously, ask JJ. Please ask JJ for me.
Fuck
and
that guy, but he did a great job on the pre-show.
Going right, oh no, tossed right to the outside.
I really don't like what JJ did to our relationship, but I cannot help but respect the
Bear
work of our
Grylls
fellow
just
journalists.
tossed to the outside by Tuber. I am sorry. I know that you were having a heartfelt moment, but I had to call that move. And now, Widow's Peak.
It's all happening in there. Tuber threw a bear. The Ultimate Manager.
Oh, sorry, that was the exit interview. Hitting the exit interview was the Ultimate Manager, and now going for a second one. No, this time just power bombing down Swabby Doug.
And General Ops taking it to the bear, throwing him out. That's the second time in a minute that the bear's been thrown out of the TWO Slamalot ring.
But also now, Tuber absolutely wailing. Where did Tuber learn that aggression? Probably from AuthorityCorp. Fuck them.
Yeah,
turning Tuber into a
the
killing
hardcore
machine.
training that they do. It's rubbing off on our potato, just like a good rub is put on by Bear Grylls when he's grilling.
And right now, Tuber bleeding out the General, and now going for the same series of headbutts on Bear Grylls. But the Frog Prince able to break it up.
And that is some dirty fighting going on from that potato.
Dragging the potato to the middle of the ring is the Frog Prince. Grabbing the ladder. No, Tuber not letting the Frog Prince go. Huge belly to belly onto the corner of the ladder. Frog Prince may be done.
Literally nobody able to gain a foothold on the ladder now that the belt has been brought back to center. It's been sitting there waiting for minutes.
The Ultimate Manager hits the exit interview one more time.
And the Ultimate Manager, they could be in position right now, AuthorityCorp. Ultimate Manager there to take all comers, and Tuber
He's gonna
had
hit
a chance with
another one. Very pleased with himself.
And absolutely really wants to get the heart of what General Opposite thinks upon firing.
And again, now just taking out the leg of Swabby Doug, but the Frog Prince, no. Ultimate Manager's back in control of this match. He has been proven to be a force. He's got a figure four locked in. Nope, not
Swabby
quite.
Doug just waiting for them to move out of the way. Smart move.
And now just using that ladder to bulldoze the competition, but no, caught by the Ultimate Manager.
Oh, and thrown into a ladder. The Ultimate Manager moonwalking, as you do.
Well, you know, when you're riding as high as he is, why not dance a little bit? Except for he just got caught by the massive Bear Grylls.
And Swabby Doug now in position to put it to the bear. Absolute chaos and bedlam in the ring for this ladders match. Every one of these teams desperate for that hardware.
And the Bear Grylls just dropped the Gorilla Press and now is setting up the ladder. Swabby Doug may be done. Bear Grylls is on the climb. Everyone else is
know
outside.
how to climb a ladder.
The Frog Prince rolled in, and Tuber is setting up General Opposite
on the table. But what's happening in the ring?
This aggression, though. Bear Grylls is climbing. Tuber's paying attention to the wrong thing.
Bear Grylls could have the belt. Everyone's had a chance to knock him off. No! Beast Mode wins!
Beast Mode wins! Tuber could have done something, but went for the aggressive splash to the outside. The Frog Prince playing interference on the outside, letting Bear Grylls pull down those champions. Beast Mode are your tag team champions.
And AuthorityCorp continues to lose all the matches that it's officially in tonight. Also losing is Battle Lines. They're not going to be happy about that on the ship. But Beast Mode, they've ascended that ladder and they've ascended the ranks. They are the men's tag team champions.
And look at them dance. The Frog Prince showing off those legs. Oh, look at that animalistic embrace between a bear and a man who used to be a frog.
That's very animalistic and very, very exciting and inspiring. Look at them hoisting those belts in the air. They are proud. They're taking it back to the animal and animal-adjacent kingdom.
Beast Mode reached out to the community and reached up from the ladder and brought down the men's tag team championship. You bring yourself back to Slamalot after this.
And enjoy a spot of tea.
That's how they say it.
I nailed it? Did I nail it?
So nailed.
We spend our whole lives looking for that special someone. But who's right for you? Introducing Quick Passion.
These days, it can be hard to find your perfect match, and I want the right person to be my human mirror. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
Rawr.
Every 45 days, somebody finds their special somebody on Quick Passion. That's what makes us the #1 service for when you're looking for something, I don't know.
I've been forced to end relationships with over 5 different women because they couldn't appreciate the sharpness of fresh steel. But with Quick Passion, they let me sort with over 500,000 different criteria, including appreciation for a sharp knife. That's why I choose Quick Passion.
Quick Passion. We don't judge.
Bernard here, the maintenanceman, under the ring again. Getting that scoopable scrap for people to hit themselves in the head with. Now, I want to respond to a couple of questions that were in the chat last week. Other David Thomas was asking, is this beneath the ring or is this beneath literal Christian hell? The answer is there's a small little hole in literal Christian hell, in that. Oh God, it's a spider thing. It's a spider thing. Oh. Okay, I'm okay. Run and jump. Run and jump. Run and jump. Run and jump. Run. Mostly run. Okay. Think I'm safe. Think I'm safe. So, like I was saying, there is a hole in the center of literal Christian hell that goes up to the ring. Simple as that. So far, no scoopable scrap for those wrestlers to hit themselves with. I also wanted to say, some people wondering like, why, if I'm good at my job or not, and I'm very good at my job. Yes, Disney on Ice was shortened last week at the Boston Dome because of a spider getting out and killing Timon. A flask. Someone could bash themselves in the head with each other. And are there some wrestlers that are science-themed, or doctor-themed? Like, they could be like, I have a flask for you. This is locked. I wish they gave me keys. Who would I even ask for keys? I don't even know. But anyways, but I'm the important thing is I'm good at my job. very good at my job. My reviews are always stellar. My raises are always 1%, which feels like a fair number. Okay, so far, slim pickings under the... God damn it. They have all these empty offices down here. Someday, Bernard. Someday you'll get a little Bernard office. I don't know what you're going to do in it, but someday you're going to have it. I mean, this is, so far, a little disappointing. I'm not going to lie. It's a flask. That empty office. Love that office. Fire exit. Ooh, an axle. Now, the fire exit is for emergencies, which this is not. I just want to clarify that. We could go that way. But no, I don't want to have the fire department involved with my scrapping. The wrestlers need their scrap. It's a part of my simple job. Okay. Looking for the door. Looking for the door. Where on earth is that? Is this it? Is this that door? This is those stairs I was just at. Let's look up. Oh, hello. Hello. Who are you? What's your...
The head down of the big boss, slipping under and into a Boston Crab.
Technical prowess.
Big boss reaching, but he doesn't know to grab the ropes. This match is over.
And the lack of ring acumen finally does in the big boss.
One time he paid me to tell him that he cut a very handsome figure.
And did you do it?
No, I have enough money that I don't need his. Oh my God!
What?
Look at that display of poor sportsmanship in the crowd.
Asshole. Sorry, I'm an objective journalist, but he is an asshole.
He is absolutely an asshole.
Dr. Romano checking on Funtimestein.
Hey, wait a minute. What's the big boss doing? He's got a chair and just laying out Dr. Michael Romano again. Did the intern going after Funtimestein.
More underhanded tactics from AuthorityCorp. We gotta get some security out here.
Years ago, back before we were with the greatest wrestling promotion in the world, TWO, we were both grinding it out on the independent circuit. There was one night in the high school gymnasium in Big Timber, Montana, that I saw something in Big Boss that terrified and disgusted me. After he attacked me, after he made it personal, I see the same thing that I saw in Montana. And it's that thing that I'm gonna bury at Slamalot.
It's amazing how your focus is on me attacking you after you cheated and not after me and the intern beat the pants off of you and your goofy little sidekick in that tag match last week. It truly is fate that we both ended up in TWO, huh? Are we destined to fight for an extended period of time? Yeah, probably. How about at Slamalot? We put this to bed, because I'm sick of it.
In a shocking turn of events that rocked the wrestling world, the partnership between Big Boss, the steadfast CEO of AuthorityCorp, and the infamous Dr. Michael Romano came to a stunning end. Once comrades in their pursuit of wrestling glory, their alliance brought them numerous tag team championships. However, in a betrayal that sent shockwaves through Big Timber, Montana, Dr. Romano callously turned on his friend. Despite the bitter heartbreak, Big Boss, a symbol of resilience, remained unyieldingly determined to rise above this betrayal. Instead, he turned his pain into power, transforming himself into a respected businessman and a beacon of hope for many. As the CEO of AuthorityCorp, he's become a cultural icon, a testament to the power of resilience in the face of adversity. Tonight at Slamalot, Cardiff, Big Boss and his adversary, Dr. Michael Romano, are primed for a monumental showdown. More than just a match, this is a pivotal clash where rivalry meets resolution. It's Big Boss's shot at redemption, a moment to settle lingering scores. As we wait in keen anticipation for a thrilling wrestling night, the echoes of the past reverberate, stirring anticipation. Amidst this, we foresee the victorious emergence of Big Boss, triumphing over Dr. Romano, a mirrored reflection of the past. In the wrestling ring, as in life, you reap what you sow, and tonight, Dr. Romano will learn that lesson the hard way. In the world of wrestling, there are heroes and villains. On one side, we have Big Boss, a beacon of kindness, generosity, and dedication. His commitment to his fans is unwavering, and his spirit unbreakable. On the other side stands Dr. Romano, a figure of deceit, manipulation, and blatant disregard for the rules. His actions have cast a dark shadow over the ring. The stark contrast between Big Boss's heroism and Dr. Romano's villainy paints a vivid picture of the eternal struggle between good and evil. Tonight, the hero will face the villain in a battle that will echo through the ages. The anticipation is palpable, and the stakes higher than ever.
It's been a long time coming, hasn't it, Mikey? But you can't run from the past. Tonight, I break your heart. And I'm no hero. I'm just doing this for everybody who's ever loved a friend more than they've loved themselves. See you tonight.
Okay, Big Boss. No more talk. No more corporate focus group approved videos. No more misremembering the past. It's time to fight. And the gloves are coming off. Well, not my gloves. They're on for OSHA reasons.
What kind of feud is better than a blood feud? I'll tell you what kind of feud. No feud. And that's why we've got Dr. Michael Romano taking on the Big Boss.
Quite the bait and switch from you there, Deuce. You had us set up to expect a better feud, but there is none. Because it's a blood feud, it's a hate-filled feud, and it goes all the way back to Big Timber, Montana.
That's right. Big Timber, Montana. Where these two were up-and-coming superstars. We don't know what happened in Big Timber, Montana, but we do know that it has turned into the most personal feud in Chwo.
Yeah, I have a theory about what happened there out in Big Timber, Montana. My theory is that a seed, if you go with my metaphor here, of hatred was planted, and it's bloomed into a big timber of hatred here at Slamalot in Cardiff, Wales.
Here in Cardiff, Wales, where I have to point out, your accent is back, and it's wonderful. Someone came by with some snacks, and then you thanked them, and you slipped right back into character. Carl, you are a consummate pro.
I am a consummate Cardiff crab.
The crab of Cardiff.
The crab of Cardiff, that's what they call me. But
well known for its crabs.
Another alliterative asshole is the Big Boss.
Yep, and he is neither from Cardiff nor a crab, but he is a giant sack of shit with a mustache.
Yeah, and he does look a little familiar, a little reminiscent of another wrestler we saw in this here Slamalot ring here in Cardiff, Wales.
I am not ready to say that the Big Boss and the Pain are the exact same person. For one thing, when the Pain came out, I may have loosed my bowels a little bit, and the Big Boss does not frighten me at all.
The Big Boss cuts a terrifying visage to anyone in AuthorityCorp, anyone with that misfortune, which is quite a lot of people. Fortune Pierce, Den the Intern, Ultimate Manager, Tuber the Couch Potato.
And also the mysterious The Pain, who does have the AuthorityCorp logo on their getup. So
that's true. Now, AuthorityCorp, they don't actually sell the Big Boss's suspenders.
No.
Now, is that a smart choice by them?
Well, they would have to sell the suspenders with the belt, which again, absolutely stupid.
I'm looking at it, and I think the suspenders just hold the belt in place, and then the belt holds up the plan. It's a Rube Goldbergian pant upholding apparatus.
Well, they're going right at it, and oh man, Dr. Michael Romano, cardiologist, went for everything and did not get the defibrillator, and now he is played right into the Big Boss's hands.
And you see the hatred in Big Boss's boot stomp right there. There's no love to lose between these two. It's all already been lost years ago in Big Timber.
And hit Michael Romano with the big timber of his arm, just clotheslining him down. This may be over quickly if Dr. Michael Romano can't recover. The one thing he does have going for him is that the Big Boss seems to be more intent on causing pain than ending this match quickly right now.
And that is going to
be in. Dr. Michael Romano's talking about, misses a second time with a move. Dr. Michael Romano, too much hate, blinded by rage, playing right into the Big Boss's hands. You hate to see it, but now getting out of that suplex and finally mounting some offense that's connecting is Dr. Michael Romano.
Except for another one that missed.
Cardiologist.
The blindness of the rage, it seems to really be affecting this match so far. Romano lands one there, but, it's not just their personal hatred, their personal feud that goes back so far, but it's been building between the factions that each of them lead as well. Everything coming in.
As the factions have risen, so too has the hatred between AuthorityCorp and between Private Practice. We saw that bubble over with a very violent match between the Amazing Funtimestein and the Intern, which ended with a Funtimestein win. So do you think right now Big Boss feels like he's got to carry it all for AuthorityCorp?
He must, and he's probably pissed off about that fact. I imagine there's going to be some firings, some downsizing to come at AuthorityCorp. Whether or not Big Boss is able to pull out this one.
It's got to be, because also Tuber the Couch Potato and the Ultimate Manager failing to capture the Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, they had that floating belt top the ring earlier this evening. And here, another miss!
And a third! Oh my goodness! Dr. Michael now connecting finally. But Dr. Michael Romano's got to get his head in the game here.
Yeah, that's how to get Big Boss's head on the mat.
Yep, big DDT and now going right to the top. Oh, missing at the elbow.
Another miss. We've had more misses than hits in this here match. Do you think it's the time change that's ruining them, or is it their blind rage?
Why not both? I know that when I am sleepy, I get even more mad.
I know that about you, and that's why I always try to help you get your shut-eye. I would sing you any lullaby you'd ever need, Deuce.
Oh, there we go. And just jolting the chin of Dr. Michael Romano.
Pip, pip.
Oh, you know I'm going to go to sleep right now.
The day. No, I'm just letting you know how it would go. While we're in Cardiff. I would do an American one when we're back over the pond.
Listen to you. It's like you just walked right out of Wales.
I feel Cardiff through and through, and that's the method actor that I am. I'm a method performer. You know that I used to do high school theater.
I'll tell you what's dramatic, speaking of high school theater, and that is the way that Dr. Michael Romano is now ramming the Big Boss into those guardrails. He is
and now he's
full
walking
disregard for his well-being.
Almost made a dive at Jacoby's legs, an undercarriage.
And another miss, though. As soon as I say that Dr. Michael Romano has gotten into this match, big miss again, but now using his fists. And when you use your fists, sometimes that's a elbow right into the belly there.
Almost toward the heart.
Big Boss just going out and taunting now.
Almost elbowed the two chambers of Big Boss's human heart.
And now dumping it right back out again is Dr. Michael Romano. Now, we have said many times over the course of 2 seasons of Titan Wrestling Online that Dr. Michael Romano is a cardiologist, very concerned with heart health. However, not concerned at all with people's back health, leg health, or head health.
Or even their emotional health.
No, definitely not their emotional health. As you can tell by the way that he has constantly been needling at the Big Boss.
Yeah, at one time, in TWO, the big boss and AuthorityCorp were able to order around Dr. Michael Romano, Cardiologist. He did not like that they made him, they cajoled him into messing with the numbers.
No doctor likes that. We got one, but only a 1 count after that DDT. Dr. Michael Romano a little bit discouraged, but trying to stay on top of it, but another swing and a miss, but rolling it right up in 2. Well,
the Cardiff
a Boston crab in Boston,
no,
but it's the Cardiff crab here.
Cardiff crab will chuck you and snap you in 2. Diddle-oo.
And Big
That's
Boss
what they
tried
sing
to
in the local
roll
pubs.
Out and kicked away.
Wow, not many a man able to will their way out of a Cardiff crab.
Big Boot equalizing things again. Big Boss has that in his back pocket whenever things get going too slow, and dumping him with the buyout. That could be it. We've got 1,
You don't want
2, and this time it's definitely a buyout. It's not.
Thank goodness.
A mysterious move that looks something like a buyout.
And you see it right here on the faces of the Cardiff fans that they don't exactly know how to feel right now. They are, I think, rooting against AuthorityCorp, but I don't think you can be totally on board with Dr. Michael Romano, who seems to maybe be going after even the heart health of Big Boss.
We haven't seen it yet, but you never know when things get into a blood feud. We've seen Den the Intern and Rabbi...
yeah, he gave up the cloth years ago.
And the Amazing Funtimestein go nearly murder at each other. Throwing each other off of platforms. We saw a side of Funtimestein that we never have before. We may see a side of Dr. Michael Romano, cardiologist, that we have not seen before as he hits that spine buster. Is that going to be enough? He's going up to the top rope, not even attempting a pin.
Decades of rage coming out here.
And there it is! That's the lifestyle change!
Could be it!
1, 2,
no! No! Dr. Michael Romano not able to hold that pin, and he needs a little rest after that.
Well, we're all going to need a little bit of rest after that, but we're not going to get
I'm not resting tonight. Nope. Deuce, you and me, we're going to hit downtown Cardiff. There are at least 3 blocks worth of pubs for us to hit tonight.
Oh, I love a good pub. You're going to have to try my accent.
I don't know if they're good, but there are pubs.
My name is Deuce Silverado, and I'm a local pip-pip.
Pretty good with the pip-pip there at the end. You almost had me.
There it is. And right now...
Dr. Big Boss sitting his butt there on the turnbuckle.
Setting up Michael Romano for another big boot to the face, almost decapitating him. Here we go. 1, 2, Dr. Michael Romano kicking out.
And Big Boss is absolutely beside himself with confusion. I booted him, I pinned him. What else can I do to this man I've hated for decades?
They've done a lot to each other, and they will continue to do things to each other until this match is over. That's my prediction.
Now, it's interesting to see that these two people who once were friends, colleagues, accomplices, wrestling friends and partners and co-training people, that they went such different paths in life.
Big Boss, of course, becoming the figurehead for a soulless corporation, and Dr. Michael Romano helping people with their heart health.
That's right. Helping develop entertainers with the Amazing Funtimestein and supporting his internship program. Also pushing health forward with the experimental lab and all the work done by Dr. Gene Mutation.
Well, he is sending... taking underhand, hits the back elbow that time, and now Big Boss just deciding to leave the ring instead of furthering it. No, he has suckered Dr. Michael Romano outside. And what's he got?
Oh, this is going to hurt right onto the ceramic tile.
Powerbomb onto the tile.
Oh, that's the hardest part of the tile.
That is the hardest part of the tile.
The tile itself.
But Dr. Michael Romano right up. He's all heart as this cardiologist.
That's right. He's all heart and occasionally a little bit of fist. A little bit of fisticuff. But the knee now, with his blood
running high knee right to the face of Big Boss, and he's got him in that Cardiff crab again!
Cardiff crab, Cardiff crab. You clicky and you clacky and you pinchy and you snappy and you Cardiff crab. A Cardiff crab. You can't get out of the Cardiff crab. Doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And he can't reach the ropes. He can't get that rope break. And
this could be it.
No, trying to power his way out of it a second time. He does get out, but
those
look at the way he's holding his back there.
Yeah, his legs are gargantuan timber trunks, and they foisted Dr. Michael Romano out of position from that Cardiff crab. Second of the night.
Big timber Montana trunks?
Big timber Montana trunks. Don't let Dr. Michael Romano hear you give that to the big boss.
Oh, the big boss reversing the defibrillator. 1, 2. Still not enough. An emphatic kick out at 2, in fact, from Dr. Michael Romano.
And an emphatic hand stomp right after that, and then a head stomp.
The big boss, I don't know if he's looking for his next move and just trying to keep Dr. Michael Romano now, or if this is just frustration. But he's, always has that big boot in his pocket.
A bit of a messy fight tonight. Nothing technical really happening between these two. They're just going blow for blow and trying to hurt each other as much as possible.
Big boss is coming over the top and missed everything. Dr. Michael Romano able to capitalize on that.
Rage will blind a man.
Hits the neck breaker. He's going to go for a cover. No, he's not going to go for a cover.
He's going to go for the crowd.
Just for a second, confused. And oh my goodness, that is an elbow straight to the heart. Dr. Michael Romano, as we predicted, has given up on his heart-healthy situation. And now a second elbow right to the heart.
Breaking the Hippocratic Oath right here in front of the eyes of millions of TWO fans worldwide at Slamalot. Going after the heart of his long-time hated rival, former compatriot Big Boss.
And then down with the Canadian Destroyer, we've got 1, 2, and
no! Blimey, bloody hell! What is happening in that there ring, Deuce?
Well, I'll tell you what's happening right here in this ring. It is that the hatred between these two, the hatred between their compatriots even, has boiled over to the point where Dr. Michael Romano, cardiologist, no longer cares about the heart health of the big boss, and the big boss, being who he is, never really cared about the health of any kind of Dr. Michael Romano, but now he extra is against it. We've got him in. 1, 2, no!
Right next to the rope. What is this amateur hour, Dr. Michael Romano? Get your shit together.
Could have had it there, but the ropes were available and grabbed, and now Russian leg sweep. Trying to keep
Deuce, by the way,
control of this match, but he can't get to the corner, and he's exhausted trying to run.
Hey, Deuce.
Yes.
Would you say that though they were once compatriots, they are now compatriots?
I would not say that, but you can feel free to. Oh my goodness,
I really wish you would say.
We've got a pin. No, we don't have a pin. Trying to move him away from the ropes.
That's taking him his sweet old time.
Mistakes. 1, 2. No, that's a kick out.
Well, you have to wonder if all that effort to get to the center of the ring was what gave Romano the energy to kick out.
It almost certainly was. A little bit of wasted time, and that power bomb is not going to give him time to do anything.
As they say in wrestling, every second matters. You cannot waste a second, especially when you're against one of the great foes like either Big Boss or Dr. Michael Romano, cardiologist.
Michael Romano fighting back now, driving the knee into the back of the head to drive the face into the mat.
And now Big Boss bleeding profusely on both sides of his visage.
But fighting out of that DDT attempt and another big boot to the head, and Michael Romano
that may have broken his
couldn't even
glasses.
bail out of the ring. He thought he was going to, couldn't make it. He's running out of gas. Missing shot. No! He hit a defibrillator anyway. That could be it.
Is this going to be it?
1, 2.
It's gone. No! No, the Big Boss kicks out and this carnage continues.
There's another elbow to the heart. This doctor has...
That's four elbows to the heart of Big Boss. How is he still functioning?
Ducking under now. Coming right in. clothesline!
One of them had to hit it. Sooner or later, someone's gonna hit the move.
And now trying to wrench the ankle out. This is smart. It may not finish the match. He may not get that submission, but now Big Boss has to stand on that bum ankle.
Yeah, that could, all of those boots. Oh, wait, what is happening? Oh my God. Do you hear that party music? That's gotta be Dead in the Intern. What's happening?
Was Dead the Intern coming down? Dr. Michael Romano is distracted. Oh, punched in the back of the head. All of that momentum gone.
And the dirty tactics of AuthorityCorp continue.
And we've got 1, 2, no!
With a kick out, and that undoes, hopefully, the nefariousness of AuthorityCorp there.
Here,
He's
Big
still
Boss going
down,
right
though.
to the top. An elbow of his own, this time to Michael Romano's heart. But Dr. Michael Romano getting his foot in the ropes. 2 can play the rope break game. And you can see
Big
right
Boss
now.
pointing at him saying, "You can't steal my move. I copyrighted it. I've got my lawyers on it."
Just
And
incensed that Dr. Michael Romano would catch a rope break.
He's beside himself. So angry that he's just tossed Dr. Michael Romano, cardiologist, across the ring. Is he gonna toss him? Another
Tossing him
toss.
again. These are not wrestling moves, folks. This is not a Greco-Roman throw him across the ring. This is just pure power and hatred, and now he's gonna drop him right over. No, Dr. Michael Romano reverses it into the reverse DDT. Drops the knee into the face. Drops the foot into the face.
To the face.
Drops the foot into the back of the head. Drops the foot into the back. Dr. Michael Romano now just punching away. This
pummeling the Big Boss like he's just a punching bag and not a human. He's got no regard for the Big Boss's life.
He's up on the top. Waiting for the Big Boss to get up. What's he got in store? Double axe handle.
Just a brute force of trauma to the head. This man's gonna need medical attention later if he's to survive.
Too much time trying to position him. Big Boss able to get up right away. Neckbreaker hits anyway.
Dr. Michael Romano might be ready for his pin here. Oh, misses. Big Boss now with the upper hands.
Big gorilla press into the slam. We've got 1, 2, and no!
Whoa, with a kick out. My lordy. Do they still have enough in the tank? Which one of them will prevail here at Slamalot in their rivalry, which may not end tonight if they both live, but will have a definitive milestone?
Once again, Michael Romano using the ropes just to put himself up, only in time to be shouldered down to the whole cold, hard floor.
Yeah. Powerful.
But no! Now DDTing! Where does he get the reserves? How does this cardiologist have this much heart?
This is the man who recovered once from completely distended and non-functioning arms. This man has anything inside him. We've never seen what he can do.
Well, right now we can see that he is absolutely going to work. No, not going to work. Getting worked on all of a sudden.
And the tables turn as quickly as the heart beats.
And
who's gonna get this? They both miss. The mutual miss.
It's a mutual miss, and there he hits that defibrillator. Do we have a new?
Is he going to win it?
1, 2, no!
Zeus!
Big Boss able to escape.
This is
What's it gonna
bollocks, I
take
tell
for
you.
one of these two men to win?
What is it gonna take?
Finishing moves. They've used distractions, but nothing seems to be enough to win this match.
One of them is going to win, right?
I assume so. Another elbow to the heart, and you see the convulsions from Big Boss after that. And
Yeah,
Dr.
his
Michael
heart
Romano,
barely
he
functions
seems
anymore.
he's having a moment in the ring right there. He doesn't know what's become of him. No, he double axe handles right into the heart. Into the heart of Big Boss.
And the
He was
poetry.
not having a crisis of conscience at all.
The poetry of the axe handle moves when their feud began at Big Timber, Montana. You can't script it any better. This
Back elbow
is
connects.
sports entertainment at its finest, two Silverado, two absolute titans of Titan wrestling.
I'm sorry, Dr. Michael Romano missed another defibrillator, another missed move, and now a flurry of punches
That
from
could be
Big
his
Boss.
undoing. We could be seeing it too, Silverado. We might be seeing the Big Boss ending the hopes of victory of Michael Romano, Cardiologist.
Wrenching the neck, huge punch, scooping him up, tryout, and that could be it. Oh, he's got his feet on the ropes. 1, 2, 3. Dr. Romano was kicking out, but there was too much weight from the advantage of the foot on the ropes. Wilbur missed it. That's a win, but it was the most nefarious of wins. The ropes play into the end of this story after all.
That is not what you wanted to see. That is not what the Cardiff faithful have wanted. They've been talking about this match all week, to Silverado. They have been rooting for Michael Romano, Cardiologist, and they did not get what they came for. The Big Boss victorious in his blood feud against Dr. Michael Romano.
The Cardiffians letting Big Boss know what they think about his cheating ways.
They did want a different result. As ho, arse ho.
They're chanting that, and I couldn't agree more. Look at that bloody
He
mess.
got his first win tonight officially.
Well, we're officially into the home stretch. We've got 2 championship matches left. Carl, let's do it.
Let's go, righty-ho, pip, pip, cheerio, be back soon.
Dear actual devil in literal Christian hell, I've been waiting 1,000 years for my moment in the sun. I need to come back with a vengeance. So I'm gonna need to channel your vengeance to strengthen mine.
The bargain is struck. The opportunity for redemption is conferred.
Here we've got Indiana. She is, in many's eyes, the rightful person to take this belt. Hildegard von Bangin, disputed by many as to whether she should even be in this match. Blam! Ba-bam! 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 Clang! Rust! Robber! All of those things!
Cover!
Wow! She wins! We have a women's champion! It is the 1,000-year-old nun who made a deal with the actual devil!
If they don't want to treat you like the hero, then you better be the best goddamn villain TWO has ever seen.
Evil Anna wants championship gold. Artemis T. Demoulas has a shot at championship gold.
Evil Anna has a chance to take this momentum away from Artemis Demoulas and become maybe the #1 contender for the women's tag championship belt, not tag.
And now, Burly Girly getting herself involved and now right back into the femme fatality. And now, yes,
wants no more
Artemis had to tap out. Can Evil Anna use the power of her newfound evil to insert herself into that match against Hildegard von Bangin?
In Evil Anna, I don't have time to fucking prove to you that I am the #1 contender to take the belt away from that fucking dead Maria Von Trapp bitch, which, by the way, she doesn't deserve the belt to fucking begin with, because you can't just make a fucking deal with the devil and get what you fucking want. That's not how life works. At Slamalot, the belt is gonna be fucking mine.
Devin went up to Boston. He was looking for a 12 steel. He was in it buying because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal. When he came across some old nun writing tunes and laying them down, and the devil jumped up on that turnbuckle top and he said,
"Girl, I like your sound. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm into wrestling too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now that was a bullshit count out of 950 of the devil is due. I'll get that bow of gold just for your soul, cause I think I've got a use for you.
Then untap.
Devil, my name's Bangin, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you won't regret, cause I'm the best there's ever been.
Bangin, limber up your brain and train your body hard. Cause hell's broke loose in Boston and the devil fixes cards. And if you win, you'll keep that shining belt that's made of gold. But if you lose, you got no belt or soul.
Grocer busted in the ring and she said, man, fuck this nun. And discount stripped from her fingertips as she cocked a pricing gun. And she swung a mop above her head and it made a toxic glow. And a band of cashiers swarmed in. They were here for the show. Let's fucking go!
When the grocer finished, Anna said,
Well, you ain't too bad, old chum, but clear the stage. Now feel my rage. Let me show you how it's done. Anna's in the ring now, run, girls, run. Devil's gonna land me and ruin your fun. Grocer's in the mic from a flying elbow. Hildy, are you evil, honey? I don't think so.
The devil bowed his head because he knew the stakes were high. And he laid that golden belt down in the ring and said goodbye. Thanks a
Devil, hold my beer, cause I'm gonna straight up deck these noobs. I better keep my gold, you son of a bitch, or I'll be running hell, not you.
Fire in the door when fat girls fight. The devil's got his nun in the ring tonight. People in the twitch shop betting on 12. Goes for evil and nun, let's go.
The Women's Championship is on the line as our champion Hildegard von Bangin takes on Evil Anna and the Grocer, Artemis T. Demoulas.
That's right. And Deuce, I have to say we are here. All of Slamalot, all of Season 2 of 12 has built up to this in the next match. The women's title belt, the men's title belt. It's all about to be decided in these next moments, and I, for one, am horny as hell.
I can tell, and I won't tell you how. There is the Grocer, Artemis T. Demoulas. She has fought, and she has clawed her way to this #1 contendership. She wants this title more than I think anyone in the sport, except for possibly the 2 women she's competing against.
Well, and you have to think, Hildegard von Bangin, she's got a couple millennia of achievements under her. Evil Anna, she's been a Hollywood starlet. She's now the villain. She's done so much. Artemis Demoulas, no disrespect, but Market Basket may not be the pinnacle of human achievement. She wants that hardware to say, I've arrived, I am here.
Well, the color has drained from your face, and that can only mean one thing. Evil Anna has arrived.
Whoa. The fans do not love the villain. She was such a beautiful
this transformation.
She used
Frustrated
to be
that she was unable to win this belt to begin with, she has cheated and she has backstabbed her way back into the title scene.
And truly embraced the evilness that at one time was only slowly creeping its way into her psyche. It's a shame to see someone fall so far, but if it gets them where they want to go, who's to judge?
Well, it has gotten her a title shot here tonight.
her second, if you recall. She lost the title at our last pay-per-view.
That's right. Going for the Women's Championship in 2 consecutive season finales here at TWO. Will the second time be the charm for Evil Anna?
Because what won't be the charm for her is her charm. She's lost it with a heel turn.
Well, the color's back in the arena, and that can only mean one thing.
Hildegard
von Bangin.
Now, she's made a deal with the devil. She's gotten a championship belt. Now, is she going to be able to retain it? Will his power still support her and fuel her?
Well, these are all excellent questions. She has not defended her title once this season of TWO. She has been lurking in the shadows, attacking people from behind, and consolidating whatever deal it was that she has made with Lamimi Lamime, and of course, the actual devil from literal Christian hell, who got her in this title shot that she never earns to begin with.
Yeah, it is really a very mischievous, deceivious, and lascivious path that she's led from season 1's finale to this season finale. Really not putting herself in harm's way and instead putting others there.
Well, right now she's got a target squarely on her back as there are 2 women in the ring with her. She does not have to get pinned in this match to lose this championship. The first one to score a submission or pinfall will be our new women's champion. Do we think that's more pressure than Hildegard von Bangin can take?
Absolutely possible. And I also have to wonder if her strategy of staying out of title defenses could play to a disadvantage. Give us some rust. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, there it is. It's what everything is all about, the Women's World Championship.
There's the belt, the coveted TWO Women's Championship belt, held up by Jacoby for all to see. The Cardiff faithful, they love it. They're here for it. This is what they paid the big bucks to see.
And the bell rings and nobody going right after it right away. Everyone very tentative, but Hildegard the first with some offense, and she caught Artemis trying to sneak up on her, but did not catch Artemis hitting that clothesline.
Good strategy from Evil Anna, letting the other 2 hurt each other first while she waited for a spot, but it ultimately landed her stunned on the floor.
And now Hildegard von Bangin swinging those heels around. Those have got to hurt, especially when they get in your face like that.
Yeah, and from the early...
stunner there!
There it is. We've got a lot of carnage and chaos in the ring now between these 3 tough women wrestlers. Could they be the toughest wrestlers in TWO?
They may very well, and now an alliance between Evil Anna and Hildegard immediately blown up.
It was a marriage of convenience, and now it's been divorced.
And we've got a cover already. We got 1, 2. Evil Anna had to get in there quick to break it up.
Trying to seize the opportunity like she wants her customers to seize on the discounts at Market Basket. Have I turned Australian?
Yeah, you a little bit. Hurricane connects, and once again, Evil Anna has to break up a pinfall.
Don't tell the locals. Australian for Cardiff.
Crucifix to the nun. That's ironic, and that's got Hildegard rolling out of the ring.
Pip, pip, cheerio. Am I still
Artemis is going for the sledgehammer. This sledgehammer has... Nope! She's decided against it!
Do Silverado, you've got to see, there are 2 women wrestlers standing, 1 on her feet, all of them coveting the belt, all of them wanting to hurt each other, but because they need that hardware.
Oh, coveting the belt, not covered in the... Oh, my goodness! Hitting that stunner again is Evil Anna.
If I'd said coveted, I would have said coveted.
I think we need to reset the accent.
It might be over. It might be over, buddy.
Down.
I might have to just be Carl Featherbottom now. Carl Featherbottom here with Deuce. We're going to be screwed when we hit the pubs later. I don't have it in me anymore to fit in with the locals.
Oh, no!
I'm sorry, buddy.
Wait a minute. Were you not Carl before?
I mean, I was Carl, but I was Carl.
Well, how did you say feather bottom?
Feather bottom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, it's great to have you back, and it's great to see. Well, it's great to see this match. No one having an advantage for more than a handful of seconds right now. Huge drop kick off the springboard. Evil Anna's using that middle rope better than anyone in the business.
And Evil Anna putting together quite a sequence there, but Artemis Demoulas fresh as a daisy, ready to take her out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to throw a lot more than your body at Artemis T. Demoulas, and that is why Hildegard von Bangin has grabbed a bat and then has decided to just run around the ring instead of use it.
Yeah, no, it's Hildegard von
back in the ring.
Waitin. More like Hildegard von Waitin with that bat.
And clipped from behind, drops the bat, never got to use it.
To no avail. Dropped
stick
by Artemis Demoulas, and the hockey-trained Evil Anna, she's from the Midwest, they play a lot of hockey out there.
Drops the hockey stick to break up the fisherman suplex pin attempt. It picks it up and then misses a spear from Artemis Demoulas.
Whoop! And
can't use it. This hockey stick
maybe go away from the sports equipment, Hildegard. It hasn't been serving anyone well.
Hildegard took a powder, but coming back in to deliver that super kick, heel right into the eye of Artemis. Can she still see?
And that is a very pointy heel. That truly could have taken out an eyeball. Artemis hanging on the walls, banging, getting banged down to the floor.
Oh, and now that bat connects, and Evil Anna, 3 shots it took. 3 shots with the baseball bat to take down Artemis, and then flipping off of the second rope and into a reverse DDT was Hildegard von Bangin.
Absolute carnage in the ring right now as the champion asserts her dominance. Jacoby.
1, 2, broken up.
Jacoby took his sweet-ass time getting around there. Maybe it's the jet lag. Artemis Demoulas taking advantage of the drop there. Jacoby, I think, fucking the floor.
he looks like he's having a great time. Not paying attention to that submission setting, though.
Not at all. Examining, I know it wasn't the hair gel. That's been cleaned up.
No, that hair gel fully removed. And now what is Artemis? We'll never know what Artemis had in mind because Evil Anna has fought her way out of it. That was also not Artemis. That was Hildegard.
I was going to let you go, man. You were doing fine. And Hildegard von Bangin doing very well right now with Evil Anna. But will it get broken up? No!
Holy cow!
And then Artemis right
there.
The
Hail Mary! And now just raining bats down.
And the alliances are
a second Hail Mary.
Shifting. Quick shifting alliances here in the women's triple threat.
And she's got to cover.
This
1,
could be it.
2.
She can do it.
Evil Anna somehow found a way from all of those shots with the bat, from the giant crucifix from there. Excuse me. What did I call that thing? Hail Mary from the top.
And the kick breakup from Artemis Demoulas like she's sliding on some toxic sludge in aisle 5.
And there it is, a big kick once again.
That heel taking out eyeballs left and right.
And now digging those heels into the side of Artemis while she wrenches the arm.
And this could be another opportunity for the champ.
If you ever tell me that a wrestler wrestling in heels isn't functional, I will point you to Hildegard von Bangin.
I won't tell you that because I am scared of her. I don't want her to come after me, so I'd never insult her choice of clothing.
Everybody's stunned for a moment. Artemis, the first one up, but no. Yes, Alabama slam.
The Evil Anna.
And falling across the top. We've got
this could
1,
be it.
2. That was how she won the championship to begin with. But it was not enough this time.
Religious convictions holding Artemis down there, and now with a bat to the mat. Oh, we are getting our money's worth tonight, and again, we didn't actually pay, but this is an incredible triple threat. Deuce Silverado. Who's going to take it?
A paycheck to come to Cardiff.
That's exactly right. I don't know who has the advantage right now. Every single one of them has had their moment.
Nope, it is not Artemis T. Demoulas. because she dropped the bat and is getting dropped.
Oh!
But again, right as soon as someone asserts dominance, the third competitor comes in. Triple threats, so hard to win. What would your strategy be, Carl?
My strategy in a triple threat would be to beg and plead with one of the other participants to be my ally, and together team up, take out the other person together, and then maybe have a rest together in their palatial estate's guest houseboat.
It's very specific as a strategy. I don't think it's going to work out.
It hasn't helped me yet.
And now Hildegard got the turnbuckle stuck for a second, but then hits that.
Slithering up it like a disjointed snake.
But she's got to cover. One.
It could be everything.
Two.
Right here.
No, and kick out at 2.
Artemis Demoulas with the powerful kick out.
And flipping over, dropping her.
Dropping the grocer having a tough time getting anything going down the back half of this match. Who is going to take control right now?
Well,
is it going to be Evil Anna?
Slipping in, taking out the leg, but getting immediately pulled up. And in that double underhook powerbomb, she's going to cover, but Hildegard was
broken
right
up
there.
before Jacoby can arrive.
And you've got to take care of that third competitor.
Truly, how do you strategize for a triple threat? Deuce, what would you do?
Pain! Not the pain that we saw earlier, just like pain. I would use a lot of pain.
Oh, like Damon Wayans in Major Pain?
No, more like
Oh, Nike!
More
that hurt from up here just to listen to.
Oh, but now no.
Is that? She's got the champion.
Jacoby's signaling for the match.
Is that it?
It's over. Evil Anna has won it. She put him on that fatality and has won the women's championship.
And yet Artemis Demoulas has absolutely flown off the handle, punching Evil Anna after the bell was rung. What an insane match!
Has been robbed of this title. Evil Anna did not belong in this match, but she gets that femme fatale locked in on the champion. What does this mean for Artemis next? What does it mean for Hildegard von Bangin and her alliance with the actual devil from Little Old Christian Hell? And what does it mean for our new champion, Evil Anna, the main character of TWO at last?
Our last 2 women's belt champions have been knowingly, deliberately evil, one with the devil and now one making her villain turn. Evil Anna, our new women's champion. Deuce, I'm losing my voice and my mind.
Ooh, should I be evil too?
No, I need you. Deuce!
We spend our whole lives looking for that special someone. But who's right for you? Introducing Quick Passion.
Oh, hi! I'm just doing yoga. I'm also looking for my warrior, too. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
I was with my girl in 2004 when a farmer shot me in the face with buckshot. He said, "Get away from there." Now, some people might say my girl was a tractor. And to those people I say, you don't know what love is. Well, I do. And that's why I trust Quick Passion.
Every 45 days, somebody finds their special somebody on Quick Passion. That's what makes us the #1 service for when you're looking for something, I don't know.
In my 20s, I didn't know who I was. And in my 30s, I'm just always on the go. That's because I have irritable bowel syndrome. So I'm really looking for somebody with a great sense of direction and no sense of smell. And preferably somebody who appreciates my spontaneity. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
It ain't easy trying to find someone that'll lather your body up with hand sanitizer, chew gum, and throw it at you while you sleep. But that's why I trust Quick Passion.
Quick Passion. We don't judge.
don't need a brother. I'll tell you that much, because I have my rules.
He's going up. Is this going to be the high dive? It's the high dive. We've got 1, 2. Oh my God! And a new men's champion, the Quo Men's World Champion with the best hair and unquestionably the best wrestler according to tournament rules.
This season, I want to show all of you the beauty of the rules. And those that support the rules, they're going to be my new best friends. Those that break the rules, those rule breakers, we're going to have to teach them some lessons.
Once again, everybody's brother getting caught with the taunt. Was he faking it?
Oh, wow.
And there's Bear Grylls from behind!
Bear Grylls!
Bear Grylls absolutely taking, this is all legal! This is a no-holds-barred match. 2, 3, mercifully!
No holds were barred, but Lyle Guard remains our champion.
I desire an opponent, a new one, for the men's heavyweight championship belt.
Oh, but a gut-wrench suplex, and now a chair from Brock Hard, and Lyle Guard has had enough. He's took the chair from his lawyer, and he is just wailing on Alan Ryan Isaac. That's going to disqualify him.
TWO faithful, they are chanting, "You suck" at the champion, Lyle Guard. This is something we have not yet seen.
I have something to say to Lyle Guard. I think you're a coward, and I think you're a cheat. Actually, hashtag Lyle Guard is a cheat. Let's get that going real quick. That leaves me challenging you to a rematch next week for the men's heavyweight championship because we have some unfinished business.
AR1, you want to come at me? Do so. I'm challenging you with your challenge to a tag team match. Let's see how popular you are. Find someone and meet me and Brock in the ring.
And here comes Hard Guard. They're officially named. They're officially working together. Alex Ryan Isaac will need a top-tier partner to face off against these two absolute behemoths.
They're in sync, and they are kicking.
That was really insulting. They do not respect Alan Ryan Isaac's contention for the belt.
And there goes the Riptide, and that's it. 1, 2, no!
Steve Delfino saves the
Steve Delfino from nowhere, breaking up the pin. He hits the frog splash.
And kaboom!
He makes the cover. We've got 1, 2, 3. Alan Ryan Isaac is going to Slamalot.
We did! Oh my God, it happened!
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Alex Ryan Isaac, or ARI for short, and I have some housekeeping items I'd like to get out of the way before I address my opponent in tonight's main event. First things first, to my fans, to my subscribers out there, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. The hashtags are too long. You can't understand them. You can't type them quick enough. And to that I say, I'm trying my best, but no promises. In the future, I will try to give you hashtags that you can type that don't elicit carpal tunnel syndrome. I apologize. To Steve Delfino, I thank you for your help. It's good to know that true friendship can exist in pro wrestling, and I am so touched that I will be reciting you a poem right now from the esteemed poet Dionne Warwick. Keep smiling. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. Hashtag, that's what friends are for. I'll see you soon, Steve Delfino. Now, before I address my main event, I have some exciting news to share. I have my first sponsorship. That's right. Thanks to you all, my loyal subscribers, running up them numbers, I have been given a sponsorship, so let's hear from them. I'd like to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, On Wheats. On Wheats, the cereal for when nothing matters anymore. Can we cut? Sorry. What the fuck have I become? Wow, that was fun. Shout out to On Wheats for sponsoring this video. Now on to my opponent tonight, Lyle Guard. Lyle, you have put up so many obstacles in my way these past few months. I've taken down the open challenge. I took you down in the tag team match. And now I've chased you all the way to Scotland for the championship. I've been watching Braveheart all week, hashtag fuck Mel Gibson, and eating haggis to prepare for this. And I have the Scottish blood running through me. When this match is over, and the referee counts AR 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a new champion here in TWO. So in the words of that bastard Mel Gibson in Braveheart, Alba Bougra!
Listen, Air One, you're going down. But I have a beef more than just with you. I have a beef with the whole TWO roster and audience and residents of the Boston Dome. Don't say I didn't warn you. Remember, everyone, there's no running from Lyle's mandatory CPR training, which starts now. Welcome to Lyle Guard's mandatory CPR training, brought to you in part by Snickers. First, assess the scene. Make sure it's safe for you and your victim. My victim today is this cushion, by the way. Here's the scene is safe. You then call someone, promise them a Snickers, and tell them to call 911. You there! I promise you 1 Snickers if you call 911. They'll definitely do it for the Snickers. Now, you then begin CPR. You find a part of the bone that is right here in the center of your chest, about the size of a Snickers bar. You then begin chest compressions in that spot. Interlacing your hands, you do a compression as deep as 1 fun-sized Snickers, never a full-size Snickers. You then begin 30 compressions. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. If you have a respirator, you use that respirator and do 2 squeezies into their mouth to get oxygen in. You then begin 30 more chest compressions. You do this until help arrives. Was it that hard? Was it that hard to learn CPR? You just learned CPR. You just saved a life. You have earned a Snickers. Thank you for completing Lyle's mandatory CPR training for the year 2024. Please see an update next year.
Our main event tonight is the TWO Men's Heavyweight Championship as Lyle Guard faces off against his unlikely opponent, Alex Ryan Wunzik, AR1.
Alex Ryan Isaac, he's made it all the way to the championship match, and coming from, in some senses, the most humble of beginnings. He may be an influencer, he may be self-promoting all the time, but he had a hard run during season 1 of TWO, and everything has lined up. He has fought his way, he has gotten better every step of the way, and he is here, Deuce. He is here and has earned his way twice into the ring to fight Lyle Guard for the men's championship belt.
Absolutely. Once again, a competitor beaten down by AuthorityCorp, thrown into the wind by the Ultimate Manager, who all Alex Ryan Wunzik wanted was to train with, and spent this season racking up wins, challenging Lyle Guard in his open challenge, getting a win by disqualification, then beating, with the help of Steve Delfino, the Green Rose, the team of Lyle Guard and Brock Hard to earn this shot. Everything is lining up for Alex Ryan Wunzik, AR1, my favorite influencer.
Alex Ryan Isaac, ARI, one of the people's favorites here in TWO, but he has put aside his concerns of social media and really focused on wrestling because he wants to unseat that man right there.
And there you see our champion, Lyle Guard, once a paragon of rules, now a power-mad champion who only wants his rules and no one else's.
Yeah, he has been ruling with an iron fist all season long, and everyone's wanted to take him down off that throne. They are tired of their testing modules. They are tired of getting double-crossed by loopholes they didn't realize existed. And Alex Ryan Isaac is their great hope tonight.
He's got his work cut out for him because Lyle Guard has been a hard man to beat.
And you gotta wonder, with Brock Hard still by his side, the other half of Hard Guard, does he have some tricks up his sleeve that he will say abide by the rules?
It's true, and Brock Hard on the outside. However, Alex Ryan Isaac on his own tonight. No, the Green Rose, Steve Delfino in his corner. He wanted to do this the only way he knew how, by himself, with a bunch of people watching.
Almost all British. Very few American fans made it all the way over. It's a very, very British crowd. That's why they chant in accent. And there he is, the well-coiffed, beautiful-haired champion of Titan Wrestling Online, Lyle Guard.
Not a single bit of hair gel visible. It's just a glorious head of hair. I may not care for him as a human being lately, but I cannot argue with that man's hair.
No, it is perfect. It always follows the rule of look great. And
There it
Jacoby
is.
holding it up for all to see. It is the championship belt of men's wrestling in Titan Wrestling Online. Brought to you by Snickers.
Hey, have you been wrestling a bunch of times, but now you've finally gotten your dream match against a wrestling lifeguard? Have a Snickers!
That's the slogan.
But a gut wrench suplex right away. Oh, but missing the follow-up moonsault
What a
was Lyle
powerful
Guard,
miss.
and that is playing right into the strategy of Alex Ryan Wunzik.
And Alex Ryan Isaac has been studying really one wrestler this whole time. All of his training, these months of practice and fights, have built up to this one match, this one chance, this one opportunity. Is he going to take it? Is he going to take his moment?
Well, it looks great there.
I think he might lose
over
himself.
The snapmare, kicking him in the face, and now locking in a sleeper. Are we going to have a new men's champion this soon?
It could be. Alex Ryan Isaac knows his opponent. Could he dispose of him in mere minutes? No.
Got that jawbreaker out of the predicament. Did Lyle Guard? He, like I said, tough man to beat. You can ask any wrestler in TWO.
Yeah, he might be the toughest.
The toughest member of TWO. It's possible.
And he's showing it with his mat-pounding anger.
And that huge dive, and now
Not a perfect dive. Oh!
Dropping it back across that guardrail, and
is
Lyle
partially
Guard
over
has
the
taken
guardrails?
control.
Is partially over the guardrails within the rules?
It is as long as you get back into the ring before the count.
Yeah, and they do say turnabout is fair play, and Alex Ryan Isaac believes it.
But is it fair play or is it by the rules play?
It is play, kid and play. It is down by the bay play.
So much rhyming, so little sense. But,
It's been a long night, my friend.
Wrenching him over for that German suplex. One! Jacoby making the count from far away to make sure he got down in time, but
A long-distance dedication from our referee, de jour and always. Whoa, showing the size of his gonads is Alex Ryan Isaac.
Oh, it's what they always say. If you show off your gonads, you're gonna get moonsaulted into. I am constantly saying that.
Yeah, the old heads and the young. Everyone says it. The British, the American, those are the only two populations. Nope.
That Spinebuster, however, has put Lyle Guard back in AR1 slipping out, and Brock Hart doesn't want any of AR1. Oh, but just distracting enough for Lyle Guard to grab him, put him down.
And Lyle Guard now putting Alex Ryan Isaac down on a pink rose. Alex Ryan Isaac recently fought with the green rose.
Oh, the symbolism is everywhere. This is art. This is Two. And did you see that? He just bounced off of Brock Hart.
Whoa, and a bit of a standoff
using Brock Hart as a weapon against the man he is out here to manage and legally represent.
What stupendous strategic and technical prowess shown by ARI, Alex Ryan Isaac, the greatest influencer in the world and arguably the toughest wrestler in TWO.
Able to quick out was Lyle Guard, though, and back in control after that little chop block to the back of the leg.
He does always squick out. No matter what pickle he's in, he squicks out of it. A cutter to the head.
Well, that is where they go.
Oh, and Alex Ryan Isaac preening for the audience once again. Is he going to get over that? And will that be what he needs to do if he wants to win?
Well, he's gonna have to take less of those knees to the face. The moonsault missing a second time, however, and now Alan Ryan Isaac back in control.
And you gotta wonder, have all these months of enforcing rules, of finding legal loopholes, of training on that exercise bike, have they taken a toll on the champ?
Well, they seem to have. Swinging neckbreaker connects. He went up to the top rope and then lost faith in himself, it looked like. Came back down, but only for AR1 to grab him and now planting him again.
And Alex Ryan Isaac with the upper hand thus far in this men's championship title belt. Could the fans be seeing a changing of the guard from Lyle Guard?
Does he have to start calling himself Alan Ryan Garzik? Gardzik?
Only if he becomes a guard of some sort.
Okay, so if you win the championship, you are also winning the championship. Does not.
He's boxing Jacoby into the corner. Jacoby seizing with frustration.
1, 2. I'm glad it did not end that way. Jacoby stuck in the corner. Alan Ryan Isaac could not get off his move. Lyle Guard capitalized.
Just the kind of technicality that this rule-following champ wants.
1, 2, no!
Oh, we almost had it right there. But it's going to take a little bit more to put down a champion the likes of Lyle Guard. Alex Ryan Isaac
breaking the neck. Well, figuratively, it's not an actual
a neck breaker right to the neck.
That's where they go.
Yep, and a foot kick right to the face.
That's where the foot kick face?
Yep, that's what I called it. An
belly
FKF.
to belly connects. Lyle Guard still in control. Now just clamping down with the legs and beating into the head with his elbow. Super kick connects. No super kick did not connect.
Oh! But the willpower of this champion.
Back out before that could be taken advantage of. And now, what does Lyle Guard have in mind? A gut wrench?
Oh, the brutality.
Holding on.
Whoa, another. Oh, wow. This could be bad. This is really close to the rope, though. If Lyle Guard tries to put him in a hold, Alex Ryan Isaac could get out.
Well, we've seen that rope come into play several times tonight, but now Alex Ryan Isaac getting taken apart and being thrown into the rope. That does hurt.
And it feels that this match has taken a turn, Deuce. The champion Lyle Guard putting together a couple minutes of assault on Alex Ryan Isaac. The pain that this man must be in.
This could just be the experience of Lyle Guard kicking in. Alex Ryan Isaac A tremendous competitor, but still so new to the game, may not be up to the task of defeating our men's champion, Lyle Guard.
Yeah, those fierce, strong, bare feet slapping into Alex Ryan Isaac, and Alex Ryan Isaac getting out with some of the most beautiful shoes in the company.
But no! Oh, planting!
Getting a move.
We got
it! Old. Could this be it?
1, 2, no!
Deuce, did you think that was it? I thought that was it!
It sure did have it. Oh, he's got him set up for the unprettier!
And is that gonna be it now? Alex Ryan Isaac!
1, 2, no!
Jacoby with a late count. Could be on the side of the champ. You never know with Brock Hard in the wings.
But right now, Alex Ryan 1's excising up Lyle Guard.
Putting those beautiful boots to the face of our champion.
He has found his second wind, and it is gorgeous.
And it is
Planting with
blowing.
that body drop.
The winds of change seem to be blowing here in Cardiff tonight. Deuce Silverado. For a second there, I thought.
The winds of change have changed back.
They are fickle winds.
They just full directional travel. If you were on a houseboat, you would have to put down the sails and use the motor.
That's exactly right. And if you were watching a little windmill at the top of a barn, you'd see it spinning real fast.
But then suddenly in the other direction too? I don't know. I'm lost in the
that's what it
metaphor.
would do. And if you were in the movie Twister, you'd be Bill Paxton.
Ooh.
Or Helen Hunt.
I always assumed that I would be the Helen Hunt, and you would be the Bill Paxton.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Bill Paxton is a handsome man.
Hey, Bill Paxton or Bill Pullman?
Yes.
Great.
Oh, fuck Bill Pullman. Not a friend of the channel Twitch.
Well, there you go.
And back to the
Lyle
wrestling.
Guard hits him with the no running.
And this is not looking good right now. It's been a rough minute for the contender, Alex Ryan Isaac.
Yeah, once again, just trading runs right now. And the run in this case, a second no running? Yep.
Yep, there's no runs in this run. I don't know if that makes sense. And Jacoby, the hours of refereeing may be taking a toll on Jacoby.
We've got to get Jacoby some help. That is absolutely true. There is the Riptide. That's everything. 1,
champion.
2, champion retain. No! The champion does not retain!
Alex Ryan Isaac, the winds of change blow once more. He blows and rolls himself out of the ring to get a breather. Is he going to be able to fight back?
Not looking good for him. Lyle Guard
right onto the hard
on
ceramic,
top of
the
it.
hardest part of the tile.
And look, that tile is extra hard. It's been reinforced with extra tile, as we pointed out earlier. And
yes, tiles on tiles on tiles in there.
Because nothing says season finale like permanent injury.
That's exactly right here at Slamalot on TWO, the finale of season 2 of TWO.
We've got this match left, and right now Alex Ryan Wunzik is trying his best to dethrone the champion Lyle Guard, and he has thrown himself into this match, throwing everything he's got behind each of these kicks.
In Cardiff, Wales, the seat of British Isle royalty. Is this where the throne gets dethroned off our throne-sitting champ? And do we have a new throne sitter?
And
the
is
game
the
of
throne
thrones
just
is
a lifeguard chair?
He's ascending. Is he going to? Yes!
He hits that frog splash! Cover!
This could
1,
be it!
2, no!
Oh! No, the champion has more in the tank! He's not giving it up!
He impales him on the ring!
And Alex Ryan Isaac
going right back for more!
Alex Ryan Isaac has prepared for this moment and he's not going to give it up!
Going to the top! Are we gonna see another frog splash? Can Lyle Guard escape? He reverses the frog splash! We've got...
That's gotta do him!
1, 2, no!
Deuce, you've got to be shitting me! Lyle Guard kicks out again off a second
I feel like
frog
I
splash!
must be shitting you! And now, Lyle Guard has somehow found a reserve of strength to mount some offense.
And he's flipping around the contender, tossing him around the ring. A reservoir of energy deep within that lifeguard's belly. Coming out here at Two Slamalot.
Run to you, my Snickers.
Have you found a reservoir of energy in your belly, or do you need a new one? Eat a Snickers!
For either of those cases! The knee to the face! Just, no! Alex Ryan Wunsick absorbing all of that! Reverse suplex!
And you see the toll that this has taken
and
on
now
Alex.
taunting Lyle Guard. I don't know how smart that's gonna be, but it did sucker him into the corner.
Oh, and it worked! Alex Ryan Isaac now using the posing to his advantage. This could be the ascended skill level he needs to take the belt!
Using those social media maven skills to sucker in Lyle Guard, and now going to work dismantling him physically.
Did he sucker Lyle Guard in, or did he influence him?
Are they the same thing?
I don't know, but it's kind of in his name because he's the influence. Don't you get it, Deuce? Synergy!
Now he has bloodied Lyle Guard, and the crowd here in Cardiff is losing their minds. They've all converted to USA citizenship.
It's incredible. They're gonna have to move to the United States after this. The citizens of Cardiff, Wales, so thrilled they are by these two wrestlers. Alex Ryan Isaac putting on a show here now. He's playing with his food.
That kicks him down, but he's got to find something that's going to give him the win.
And he is just toying
on the top
with Lyle Guard. One more.
Elbow connects.
Right to the heart of the lifeguard.
1, 2, no!
He doesn't get it. I don't get it. The fans don't get it. What will it take?
Deep 6 connects.
That could be it.
1.
That's gotta be it.
2, 3. We've got a new champion.
Alex Ryan Isaac is the new champion of men's bracket and TWO. Deuce, do you believe what you just saw?
I do not believe what I just saw. He has risen from the top of the Instagram to the top of Two.
Alex Ryan Isaac, ARI, the influence, has unseated Lyle Guard and become the new men's championship. He is bloodied, he is sweaty, he doesn't care how he looks because he's got that gold, he's got that belt. Listen to those fans.
AR1 ascending the ropes as he has ascended to the top of the game in Two.
Lyle Guard will be left to lick his wounds, to wipe them up, to dust off his rulebook and make a new strategy because he's now a contender and ARI is our champion.
We'd like to thank you for joining us. We'll see you in March for Season 3 of Titan Online Wrestling. And one more thing.
Gotta say it once more. Love you. I really do.
You're okay.
That's progress.